debate.
Thanks indeed, Priya. Yes, viewers, now you won't be allowed to do this in your office. You can't just suddenly, because you disagree with each other, and let's keep the nat up on these pictures. You can't just suddenly walk out from behind your desk, take a bunch of your colleagues and beat up somebody on the other side who may not be agreeing with you on a particular point, or in a boardroom, or in a meeting. Viewers, your children can't behave like this in their schools. If these videos were to have come out of any self-respecting institution, the people who are behaving like this would be absolutely sacked. They would be sent home. They would be expelled. So why shouldn't these circus clowns, because there's nothing else that one can call them, be sacked? Let's raise the nat up on the pictures that are coming from the house, viewers, of the shouting, and not this video that has been put out by the AAP, because let me tell you, for every video that is being put out by the AAP, there will be videos that will be put out by the BJP. And they will constantly today keep pointing fingers at each other. They will pass the buck. They will say, that person started it, this person started it, we didn't start it, we are victims, we are the ones who have been attacked. There's no way, viewers, in this absolute shameful exposition of civility, that anyone can determine who lit the fire first, viewers. There's only one simple solution, that each one of these people should be arrested, they should be booked, they should be in jail, or they should be expelled. If it is coming down to physical intimidation, there are enough laws, and we will connect to a few lawyers in just a few moments. This is not, viewers, behavior that can be tolerated. No amount of privileges that you might enjoy as elected representatives can justify this. And remember, viewers, this is the year of G20. This is the year of G20. This is the year when India is going to put its best foot forward, tell the world that we are in Amritpal. Viewers, in less than 8 months, the top leaders of the world will be in our capital. And are we going to constantly see repeats of this? And who will it devolve upon to stop this? Arvind Kejriwal, will it devolve upon him? Will it devolve upon the Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Sisodia? Will it devolve upon the BJP's leadership in the state? Will it devolve upon the Prime Minister, the Home Minister? Who will this devolve upon? This is the nation's capital, viewers, and we've reduced one of the most significant institutions connected with the running, the blemishless running of our city into an akhada, into a gladiatorial jousting bowl, into a cauldron, viewers, of absolute dissipation. This is what we have done. And unfortunately, we've all played a part, because we all elected these circus clowns. Viewers, I might even be doing a disservice to circus clowns. Even they maintain a certain decorum, and they also function within red lines. These people are actually hooligans, and they can sue me if they want for calling them that. It's not as if, viewers, in the past, when Times Now has called intemperate and completely out of line netas goons and not been sued. We have been sued. We're not scared, because there's no other way of describing these individuals. As I said, if they had been your children behaving like this in the schools, you would have called them. hooligans. Had you this in your private place of work, you would have been sacked and branded a hooligan. So why aren't these people, why can't we all call them hooligans? And therefore, when you have hooliganism perpetrated by hooligans with no respect to the law, what should we be doing? We should be sacking them, jailing them. And people who today do not go to the police station and file these cases are guilty of being complicit. Mark my words, they're guilty of being complicit. Now viewers, I want to go straight back across to Priyank Tripathi, who's there, who has actually been caught in the crossfire. But before that, I'm also told that there is another video that has emerged. Just watch this video. This is a video. Okay, now I'm being told that I have to go to Mayank. So hang on, are we playing the video or am I going to Mayank? Let's play the video first. Let's do it. Come on, let's play the video.
हमला हुआ है तो मैं आप तीनों ये आतिशी देखो समझा रही है इनके नेता खड़े खड़े देख रहे हैं जो ये दावा करते थे कि हम झगड़ा रुकवाएंगे उन्होंने देखो अभी से समझाया है और ये आके झगड़ा कर रही है अभी देखो आतिशी ने समझाया अभी आतिशी के समझाने पर ये झगड़ा कर रही है देखो ये आतिशी के समझाने पर मारपीट कर रही है देखो ये आतिशी के समझाने पर मारपीट कर रही है देखो ये देखो आतिशी के समझाती हुई झगड़ा करने के लिए ये आतिशी देखो समझा रही है इनके नेता खड़े खड़े देख रहे हैं जो ये दावा करते थे कि हम झगड़ा रुकवाएंगे उन्होंने देखो अभी से समझाया है और ये आके झगड़ा कर रही है अभी देखो आतिशी ने समझाया अभी आतिशी के समझाने पर ये झगड़ा कर रही है देखो ये आतिशी के समझाने पर समझाती हुई झगड़ा करने के लिए ये आतिशी देखो समझा रही है इनके नेता खड़े खड़े देख रहे हैं जो ये दावा करते थे समझाती हुई झगड़ा करने के लिए ये आतिशी देखो समझा रही है इनके नेता खड़े खड़े देख रहे हैं जो ये दावा करते थे कि हम झगड़ा रुकवाएंगे
Let's go straight across to Priyank Tripathi, who has with him Saurabh Bharadwaj. Priyank Tripathi, can I just ask you to ask Saurabh Bharadwaj one question? If they're really serious about ending all of this, will they file FIRs in the police station to have these councillors booked and arrested? And if there are councillors on their side that have taken part in violence, will they be sacked? Two straight questions. Priyank Tripathi, can you hear me?
So this is
what result? My question is, what next, Saurabhji?
We've never seen ever a speaker being attacked or the mayor being attacked while she's announcing the results. So this is what we see. This is the culture of BJP. They attacked the women mayor and she just somehow, saved her life. She's still hiding in her chamber with the police all around her. She called the commissioner of police to save her life. What else can we expect?
Harish Khurana is standing downstairs. He says that because of the unconstitutional decision she was making, this thing has happened. What is counter to that?
So the LG made an unconstitutional decision when he said that the eldermen will vote. Was he attacked? Or is Mr. Harish Khurana saying that the LG should be attacked or he should have been attacked? I think what Harish Khurana is saying is nonsense. You have no right to attack a mayor and a woman under no circumstances.
So my final question is, people of Delhi have voted with so much of faith. What is the actual outcome they are going to get? Because every time the house is on, running, ruckus is happening, hooliganism is happening, allegations are coming from both the sides. What is the final option? Will you be moving to the court to seek more protection in this matter?
I think the people of Delhi are watching. They saw how BJP was embarrassed, the central government was embarrassed after the decision of the Supreme Court. So I think the people are watching and they know who is right, who is wrong.
My question for you,
Priyank, 1 minute. Priyank, can you hear me? Priyank Tripathi, can you hear me? You're asking those questions. Yes. Can I just step in for 30 seconds and can I put a question to Mr. Saurabh Bharadwaj? Look, in this melee where individuals are going to keep blaming each other.
To have a few questions. Rahul, I'm just giving the earphones to.
Yes, please.
Rahul,
thank you.
I'm just giving the earphones to Mr. Bharadwaj.
Thank you.
Sir, can you please?
Hello.
Saurabh Bharadwaj, this is Rahul Shivshankar. Straight question to you. You made some very serious accusations Okay.
Okay. So Saurav has just moved out.
Yeah, naturally he's moved out
not
because he
willing
won't
to,
take a question from me.
for
I ask very
discussion,
direct
but,
questions, viewers. My questions are very straightforward. Fine. You believe that the other side has done this to you? Go right now to the police station, file a complaint, submit the CCTV, start an inquiry, get the person booked, thrown into jail, end the drama. This cannot become an occasion tonight, whether it's the BJP or the AAP, of grandstanding. We are done with the grandstanding. This has been happening now far too often. Mayank, far too often. For several days now, we have been seeing these scenes, and I can tell you, viewers, I can put out 6 sets of visuals of different days and dates, and there is a different cast of hooligans punching each other on different days of the week. It's like Monday मेरी responsibility है, Tuesday मेरा responsibility है, Wednesday एक और team आएगा. They are spreading the love, viewers, of hooliganism amongst each other. Each one of these people on both sides of the fence are guilty. They've reduced Indian democracy to a joke. Mayank, now, over the last few days, has anyone filed even one case? Have they filed even one case against each other?
Sir, when you say that it is a, it was a matter of grandstanding by the parties, the BJP and Aam Aadmi Party, you just hit the nail on the head, because that's exactly the strategy has been from the AAP and the BJP. So see right now, as soon as the ruckus happened and all the councillors left, the Aam Aadmi Party are doing a meeting here. Also, Ale Mohammad Iqbal is also here, the deputy mayor. So to give you a perspective of what exactly happened from the left side of this house, there the MCD's chair is there. You can clearly see the Mahapaur's chair. From the left side, the BJP councillors started jumping on towards the stage, and then the BJP, then the Aam Aadmi Party councillors started from entering the stage from the right hand side. And that is a sad state of affairs, because every time the house starts functioning and it start delivering the results for which it assembles every now and then, there is a ruckus, it leads to deadlock between the parties. So today what happened, to give you a full picture of what happened, so the move by the mayor, Shelly O'Brien, calling a vote invalid was not taken down well by the BJP, and that led to a deadlock, because the BJP was saying that the municipal secretary Bhagwan Singh was not accepting that point, and even the election commission representative had given a clear-cut result saying that the 3% from each from the BJP and AAP had won, but mayor was taking some directions from the top leadership. That's what the BJP is claiming as of now, and that clearly led to that situation.
Yes.
However, the big question that you are asking tonight is absolute pertinent one, because if you allege that your councillor was threatened and attacked,
yes,
what is stopping you from going to a police station and file a damn FIR?
Exactly.
This is a national capital, and this house, particularly this house, sir, is bringing shame to Indian democracy. You have absolutely hit the nail on the head.
Well, there we go, viewers. Let me read out some of the provisions of the Delhi Municipal Corporation Act. Clause 79 says maintenance of order at the admission of public to meetings, withdrawal and suspension of councillors and aldermen. Subclause 1. The mayor or the person presiding over a meeting preserve order, threat, and shall have all powers necessary for the purpose of preserving such order. So the mayor, viewers, can start weeding out through a process, Priyank, of identifying each one of these councillors and begin unilaterally taking action against them. Let me also tell you, she has all the powers to suspend. The mayor or the person presiding over a meeting may direct any councillor or persons referred to in clause B of subsection 3 of section 3 whose conduct is in his or her opinion grossly disorderly to withdraw immediately from the meeting, and any councillor or person referred to in clause B of subsection 3 of section 3 so directed to withdraw shall do so forthwith and shall absent himself during remainder of the meeting. And what does clause 3 say? If any councillor or person referred to in clause 3B of section 3 of section 3 is ordered to withdraw a second time within 15 days, the mayor or the person presiding may suspend such councillor or persons referred to in clause B of subsection 3 of section 3 from attending the meetings of the corporation for any period not exceeding 15 days, and the councillor or alderman so suspend shall absent himself accordingly. Now, viewers, she has the powers. If she finds that she has been attacked, Priyank, then she needs to start taking action. Why has she not taken action all these days? I can't say. Secondly, Priyank, why haven't these people gone to the police station and filed FIRs? People are being beaten. They've got bruises. There is one chap who's lying on some sort of a bench. He looks worse for wear. What's going on? Fixed match?
See, it's because all of their own, councillors are also involved in the fight, the counter fight which has started. Because on both the sides, if you see, BJP and Aam Aadmi Party have been leveling the counter allegation time and again. But the fact of the matter is, the mayor of the Delhi MCD has also locked herself inside this particular room. This is what Aam Aadmi Party claim, and there are men who are standing here so that more ruckus should not be created. You'll be amazed to see that the entrance of this particular passage is also being covered by Delhi police. While talking to your question, certainly this is something which she can do, but the visual evidence is quite clearly suggesting that it was not only the people and the legislative councillors from one side, but they were from both the sides who were involving in this kind of ruckus. That's why probably she is preferring not to get indulged in this kind of strict action which she can take, which she hasn't taken so far.
We've opened our lines to you because I want to actually hear from you. We are partly responsible because we actually elect this garbage into the house. So either we take some onus, or then we create a public movement seeking accountability, which in this particular case should be immediate sacking. Let's open the screens further. Let's show all the visuals tonight to our viewers. I'm going to talk to you, viewers, but I'm also going to now question a few of the representatives of the BJP as well as those that are speaking up for the Aam Aadmi Party today. R.P. Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP, is here with us. R.P. Singh ji, the Prime Minister is telling us that in 8 months we are going to be celebrating the formal presiding over a very high-profile meeting of the world's top 20 leaders. And are we going to show this? Is this tamasha going to continue week after week? And fine, right now, and I'm not cutting viewers to some of these press conferences, because all we are going to hear from the BJP and the AAP is usne kiya, like, little tittle tattles. They will say, "Arey, pehle usne ye kiya, fir usne ye kiya." Bhai, if it's such a problem, go to the police. And I'm asking you, R.P. Singh, this has been happening day after day. You keep coming out and saying, "Hi, hum pit gaye. Hi, हमारे को तमाचा मार दिया. Hi, ये ऐसा कर रहे हैं." आप केस क्यों नहीं फाइल करते हैं? ये मिली भगत है क्या? You want this drama to continue, R.P. Singh ji?
Rahul, I go by what you are saying, and I will appreciate the mayor should immediately hand over all the CCTV footage to police and then ask police to pursue the cases. I'm with you on this one. Secondly, but let's understand what's happening on ground. Your correspondent rightly said that as per the election commission nominees who are there, expert who are there from the election commission office, the 3 seats have gone to BJP and 3 has gone to Aam Aadmi Party. Now, by tweaking that election result, by saying that 1 vote is invalid, the mayor wanted to play the game. That's the bone of contention, and option is that let the Supreme Court again intervene. That's the only option, or some other authority intervene and again do the counting, because the election commission, people have been appointed by election commission, and the secretary of the house is saying no, the vote is valid. Now, because they were losing election, that's why they did so.
Well, R.P. Singh, I'm sorry, tonight India is despondent, and you're going to hear from Indian citizens, and I'm going to connect them to you. In the meantime, let me bring in Dr. Akashdeep Muni. Dr. Akashdeep Muni, your own party boss says that he is a natural-born anarchist, and I think his cadre is living up to that. We're seeing it. He said those words, not me. What is going on, sir?
Rahul, first of all, I must say one thing, that I totally agree with you on one point, that we have not paid our taxes for this charade, what is going on in the MCD house. Whatever the political allegiances be of mine or somebody else, Bharatiya Janata Party and Aam Aadmi Party, both, whosoever is doing this, should be held responsible, be it by the mayor or by the LG. It may be in the statute book, but I must say one thing, they should be held responsible. Second thing, in the way this particular MCD mayor election, deputy mayor election of standing committee is going on, it should have been done since long back. We should not have gone to the court.
I understand that. Dr. Muni, we are not on that point tonight.
I totally agree with you.
I just want these people to be sacked. Sacked forthwith and then prosecuted under the law for resorting to this and defaming our country. Now, let me tell you, viewers, in Yogi Adityanath's Uttar Pradesh, this kind of behavior would have attracted very serious repercussions. And for much less, people have been booked under NSA, etc. Now, I want to see the BJP and the AAP agreeing to book these chaps under the National Security Act for undermining, viewers, the security of our city of Delhi. And this is not an exaggeration, because we don't know anymore on what basis, what is the motivation for all of this. Are they being funded by the enemies of this country? We are constantly told that there is a foreign hand. We don't need a foreign hand, viewers. But for a moment, let's agree that there is a foreign hand. BBC is doing this. I hope BBC makes a documentary on this, actually. We don't need George Soros to tell us. We are telling the world that we are going down the tube. This is happening in the Union capital, viewers. And mark my words, this will continue. You, I, anyone concerned with democracy in this country needs to ask only two questions. When are these people going to be sacked? And when are they going to jail? Under stringent laws of public anarchy, disorder, unlawful assembly. All of these, viewers, are serious crimes. Let's see. I want to go across to Mr. Murli this evening, who's calling in from Chennai, and Murli Dharan Saab, who's calling in from Hyderabad. But first, Mr. Murli from Chennai, good evening, sir. Should they be sacked?
I was just watching this. It is horrible. In a country like India, this is happening, whether BJP or AAP, anybody, I don't care. You know, as you said, all these fellows should be sacked, jailed, and cannot hold any public or private office any time in their lifetime. That should be made very clear to all these fellows.
Okay, I don't quite know if I think that was Mr. Murli from Chennai, because someone has fired the wrong Aston. Let's all be calm. Let's fire the right Astons. We don't want another situation. Let me go straight across to Mr. Murli Dharan, who's calling in from Hyderabad. Good evening, Mr. Murli Dharan. Sorry for having preempted you, but what is your view on this?
Murli Dharan, anyways, that's okay.
Yeah.
First of all, my couple of points to all these politicians who are sitting here. As you said, they should not be sacked. They should be sacked and put into the garbage in Delhi and call Bulldozer Baba and send them out.
Yeah.
These are all now rowdies. These are hooligans. They are rowdy sheeters. They are paid by all these politicians sitting here, and they are garbage to the Indian country. And I'm sure
this, viewers, is loss. This is loss of public exchequer money. To run this circus, we spend. Our money could be better spent. Every session of this house costs us money. Every bench broken, every mic shattered, every propriety and indignity shattered and hurled, respectively, viewers, comes out of our pocket. In fact, if there needs to be a public movement, it needs to be against these chaps. And ladies, I want to bring in Tehseen Poonawalla. I also want to bring in Ishkaran Bhandari, because I want Ishkaran Bhandari to tell us the laws under which these hooligans should be prosecuted. But before that, Tehseen Poonawalla, tonight don't make this about partisanship. Oh, it's the BJP that is doing it, the AAP that is not, and you know, there's that. Call it out for what it is. Unbridled hooliganism from both sides. These people need to be sacked. Would you tolerate this behavior in your own office, Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla, or in the restaurants that you own, or other businesses that you own, or whatever it is that you do?
Absolutely not, Rahul. And all your viewers who are calling in are absolutely right. These people should be sent to the Ghazipur dump and kept out there. How dare they waste public exchequer? How dare they destroy our democracy? And this is happening in the union capital of the country. Imagine what's happening in other places. And every single time this kind of violence, nothing justifies violence. How can you beat somebody up? How can you throw benches on people? And the fact of the matter is, I am making a prediction on your show. No video, no CCTV footage will come out. Nothing will go to the cops. And the Honorable Home Minister of India, under whose nose Punjab is deteriorating, under whose nose Delhi is deteriorating, we've had 2 riots, will sit and do nothing. If the proof of the pudding is in the eating, if the Home Minister has any moral responsibility, ask him to stop campaigning and call for a report. He won't do it.
Okay,
he won't do it. I am telling you.
That's a fair assumption. The Delhi police comes under the Home Minister. Why can't we actually have suo motu action being taken by the Delhi police? Can it be done?
Rahul, you also know in the parliamentary democracy, the ownership of the house is with the mayor, as with the speaker or as with the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. So, as I said earlier,
you see, viewers, how they abuse their privilege. I told you, this is a completely closed club. ये टीवी पे तो आके बोलेंगे एक दूसरे के बारे में, but they will never go to the logical extent. Mayor says she's been attacked. Mayor's personal police officer deputed to look after her has been bitten. But Mayor is not going to either suspend anybody, neither will she expel anybody, neither will she go to the police and file a case. I told you, viewers, this is a closed corporation. It's literally that.
Can I make one point?
No, one second. Let me bring in Ishkaran Bhandari. One second. No, one second. I want to bring in Ishkaran Bhandari, who knows a little bit about the law. Give me 30 seconds. Ishkaran Bhandari, what can be done here? Suo motu, if anything at all.
Rahul, to call it pathetic, deplorable, horrible will have no meaning, because people who don't have any shame, to call them shameless serves no purpose. And what is very visible is on camera, it has been going on for days now. So now there are 2 options. One is the mayor, because she has allegedly been assaulted. She makes a complaint. The other is police can also register an FIR. So both the sides, AAP or BJP, can take it to the logical conclusion if they want to take it to the logical conclusion. And that's a big if, because this has been going on for days. I will not even talk about how the taxpayer money is being wasted. But let us put it very simply. If, because MCD runs a lot of schools also, if this was done in a school, you would immediately be rusticated even though you are a youngster. If this was done in a college, you would be rusticated. But what will happen here? I am predicting nothing will happen here. So we need, as citizens, to be very clear that we need to call that any time in either this house or assembly or parliament, you see resorting shit into violence, then the only solution is to expel them and have a re-election. The only way they will learn is if their seat, if their membership is under threat. Short of that, they don't learn. And this applies to BJP, AAP, Congress, independents, whosoever be the political party, because we have to end this nonsense by decisive action, not by finger pointing, in which every political party is equally complicit.
So I just want to ask you a couple of questions, Ishkaran Bhandari. Look, this is a bench of Justices Dhananjay, Chandrachud and M.R. Shah. They underline that privileges and immunities to the legislators under the Constitution, and I quote them, are not gateways to claim exemptions from the general law of the land, particularly as in this case, the criminal law which governs the action of every citizen, unquote.
Yes,
now I just want to ask you, Ishkaran Bhandari, what you do inside the house, are you immune? Because this is a criminal action, are you immune?
Yes. Not only that, we have an example of Kerala Assembly where there was violence in the Kerala Assembly and FIRs were filed, and then the government changed and wanted to withdraw the cases, saying these arguments that whatever has happened in the assembly cannot be called into question in a court of law, etc., etc. Their emphatic judgments, no. You can't murder inside the house and say it's a parliamentary privilege. You can't assault, you can't rape, you can't molest, you can't do any of these and call it as a parliamentary privilege. Well, that is not a privilege you have, and Kerala legislature judgment has made it very clear.
Ravi Srivastav, let me call in on you tonight. And Ravi Srivastav ji, I have 3 viewers listening in to what you're going to say. And tonight, put the country ahead of every other consideration. I don't know about your political proclivities, but tonight you should be standing with the national interest first. And I'm asking you a very simple question. Mr. Srivastava, if the mayor is not going to move to the police station in the next 1 hour, do you believe that she is part of a conspiracy to stage this drama, whether it is from the BJP side or the AAP side, just to play to the galleries? It's an honest, straightforward question.
Either she moves to the police station or the PSO provided to her moves to the police station. It's one and the same thing. The PSO also can go and file the FIR in the police station and tell about that, who are the people who attacked her. Very simple. Why she is only required? She is very much injured. Let her recuperate. Let her recuperate, and the PSO goes to the police station.
So the PSO must go, not the mayor. The mayor is the custodian of the house, viewers, but the poor PSO must go. So the PSO gets mashed. Now just listen to this. Okay, ठीक है, हो गया, सुन लिया, sir. Calm down, Srivastava ji, please. Don't get excited. Now look at this, viewers. Even tonight, you have Ravi Srivastava, who is putting the onus on the PSO. Now imagine what the PSO, the predicament she is in. She's caught between the devil and the deep sea. She's part of the Delhi police, which comes under the center. If she goes and files a case against some BJP person, she'll be at some level or the other targeted by perhaps by her political bosses, or her bosses who might be under pressure from their political bosses. And if she doesn't, viewers, then she'll be under pressure from the Aam Aadmi Party. So let's make the PSO the pawn. But the mayor can sit there and fan herself and put out videos and say, "Hi, hum pit gaye," but won't go to the police. Custodian of the house will not pass, and this has not been happening just today, viewers, or 1 hour back or 2 hours ago. This is happening right now, and this has been going on for the last 1 week on a pretty much daily basis, except when the house is not convened. Every time it convenes, they bash each other up. It's not anymore a joke. Let's go across to Mr. Kejriwal and listen to him now. Will he take action?
उद्धव जी से कुछ गंभीरता से डिस्कशन हुआ है।
देखिए, कायर लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं। ईडी और सीबीआई और ये सारी एजेंसीज का इस्तेमाल कौन करता है? कायर लोग करते हैं। करने दीजिए उनको। उन्हें हमसे डर लगता है तभी तो करते हैं। आपके घर ईडी नहीं आई, आपके घर सीबीआई नहीं आई, इनके घर आती है, मेरे घर आती है। परसों ये कह रहे हैं मनीष सिसोदिया को गिरफ्तार कर लें, हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। जनता देख रही है। अंत पंत में सच्चाई की जीत होती है। झूठ झूठ होता है, सच्चाई की जीत होती है।
भगवत मान जी, आपसे सवाल है, जिस प्रकार से पंजाब में हिंसा हुई है, नाला पुलिस स्टेशन को जो है वो हाईलाइट कर लिया गया, उसके बाद वहां पर पुलिस वालों को भी पीटा गया, एक एफआईआर नहीं रजिस्टर हुई है, क्या कुछ कहेंगे उसको?
देखिए, आप लोगों के पास यहाँ गलत सूचनाएं हैं। लॉ एंड ऑर्डर पंजाब में कंट्रोल में है, पंजाब पुलिस सक्षम है, और पंजाब का जो सोशल बॉन्डिंग है उस पर गोलियां भी चली 10 साल, बम भी फूटे, लेकिन पंजाब का जो भाईचारा है आपस में, वो लोग मिलके रहना पसंद करते हैं। अमन शांति वाला हमारा स्टेट है, और बहुत बड़ी बड़ी इंडस्ट्रीज अब वहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करने लगी हैं, क्योंकि पहले किसी खास फैमिली के साथ एमओयू होता था, अब पंजाब के 3 करोड़ लोगों के साथ जो है वो एमओयू हो रहा है। पंजाब को नंबर 1 स्टेट हम बनाने में अपनी तरफ से हमारी गारंटी थी। जब अरविंद जी और हम सारी टीम चुनाव प्रचार कर रहे थे, तब हम गारंटियाँ दे रहे थे, बिजली मुफ्त की गारंटी, कच्चे मुलाजिम वो पक्के करने की गारंटी, रोजगार की गारंटी। तो मैं तो मतलब यही कहूँगा कि लंबे सफर को मीलों में मत बांटिए, कौम को कबीलों में मत बांटिए। एक बहता दरिया है मेरा भारत देश, इसको नदियों और झीलों में मत।
Viewers, no one is going to express any regret tonight. Let me tell you, our political class doesn't deserve us. It's very simple as that. We're too nice, we're too good. We don't protest enough. We don't want to take our democracy back from these people. Until you don't do that, viewers, you're going to be shamed internationally night after night, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Anil Deshpande calling in from Bengaluru. Anil Deshpande, I want to ask you a very simple question. Should these people be sacked, booked, thrown into jail?
Rahul, good evening. My answer is so simple. Let Union Cabinet decide and put the President rule in Delhi as well as Punjab. This is the high time. These anarchist party people should be thrown out of the country. That's
President's rule, throw them out. Fair enough. Viewers will have their views, and we are going to bring them to you unadulterated. Aditya calling in from Delhi. Aditya, go ahead. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Rahul, thanks for having me. I think I have a more fundamental question. I want to step back from all of this, right? Okay. Leaders talk about defense reforms, infrastructure reforms on a state and central level, industrial reforms. But nobody in this country talks about municipality reforms. I mean, these politicians fighting on screen have the most impact on our lives. Starting from a birth certificate to a death certificate, cleanliness, air quality, etc. Everything is impacted by these buffoons.
Well, they're signing the death certificate, to quote you, of our democracy right now, and of our civic well-being right now, viewers. They're doing it, and they're doing it with impunity, and they're loving every bit of it. Let me tell you, this is massive theatrics. Let me go across to Neeru, who's calling in from Hyderabad. Go ahead, Neeru. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Rahul.
Good evening.
And good evening to all the panelists. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead with your message.
It's very disgusting to see this type of scenes in this one municipal elections, this one. And this is the time I feel the election commission should make reforms, should bring reforms.
Something needs to be done. You're absolutely right, Neeruji. Something needs to be done. Archana calling in. Archana, go ahead, please, with your views. Good evening. Okay, have we lost Archana? Okay, we've lost Archana. Okay, viewers, look, if there is political anarchy in Delhi, then viewers, there is another form of anarchy in Punjab. Viewers, the optics, and I want to move to that story. The optics are looking very, very, very bad for the Bhagwant Mann-led Punjab government. A Khalistan sympathizer who has no love for India has held the state to ransom and secured at gunpoint the release of his aide and accused in criminal cases. The scenes witnessed outside a jail in Amritsar could have been out of a Bollywood or Hollywood spaghetti western. Today, the Khalistan sympathizer Amritpal Singh has freed his friend Lovepreet Singh alias Tufan. He has serious criminal cases against him. Or he's suspected of committing serious crimes. The police hasn't given us the facts, but they definitely had held him for a week or so. And this Amritpal Singh had said he was going to rescue him. We all thought it was a bluff and a bluster, viewers. But can you believe it? The state has surrendered. Tomorrow, he may yet lay siege to another state institution to free dreaded terrorists, jailed for fighting for the creation of Khalistan. Amritpal Singh, as I told you, viewers, is not an ordinary individual. He wants to be the next Bhindranwale. And for those of you watching tonight who don't know Bhindranwale, please go on to the net, Google, find out. That individual led one of the darkest chapters of insurgency in Indian history for about 15 years. Hundreds and hundreds of people were killed, families destroyed because of his anti-India activities. Listen and watch. Amritpal Singh trying to be better than Bhindranwale. Watch this.
जो तूफान सिंह है उसको छोड़ा जाएगा। आज पुलिस ने कोर्ट में इसको लेकर एप्लीकेशन दी और पुलिस की एप्लीकेशन पर कोर्ट ने रिलीज के ऑर्डर दे दिया। और ये देखिए, ये तूफान सिंह ने
मेरा जथेदार भाई अमृतपाल सिंह जी आ सारा कुछ वो सिख कौम के जरनैल आ ते जरनैल चढ़दी कला च।
तूफान सिंह अमृतसर जेल से रिहा हो चुका है और उसने कहा कि जो आरोप लगाए गए थे वो बिल्कुल बेबुनियाद थे।
Now listen, viewers, to Amritpal Singh as he triumphantly celebrates the state's surrender. Listen to this.
Governments, they are trying to prove each other wrong. The thing is, central government trying to take benefit out of this situation. What benefit? Punjab is unsafe state. It's not true. You know, Punjab, the crime rate is lower here. Still, I'm not saying there is no crime. I'm not saying the law and order situation is very good in Punjab. Punjab government is failing. That's the truth. But Punjab government is not failing because of this protest. Punjab government is failing. The Sidhu Moosewala got killed. How huge that, chaos it was. They didn't do anything about it. They shouldn't, give such statement on sensitive topics.
Viewers, a Khalistan sympathizer, a backer, a person who says that he lives and breathes the same ideological air that was taken in by Bhindranwale is giving us lectures today on how we should be running our country. The state government may tell us that it hasn't surrendered, but that would be misleading. That would be absolutely misleading. Let me tell you, viewers, let me tell you, the extent of the surrender can be gauged from the fact that in the violence yesterday, several policemen were injured. But the state has not even filed an FIR, let alone effect an arrest. Imagine, your own state officials are being beaten black and blue before your eyes, and you don't have the guts to file an FIR. It would appear as if the state government has no regard for the welfare of the police or even a desire to respect the dignity of the uniform. The police Jawan feels betrayed today. India feels betrayed. Listen in.
किरपाना कोई लिहाज नहीं कोई नहीं मतलब आंदे बात सतनाम वैगुरू दा जाप करदे ने जाप करदे होंदे आ पूरा गुंडागर्दी कीती आ पूरी पुलिस ने कोई ਇਹੋ जी मतलब इन्ना नहीं किया इन्होंने बिल्कुल धक्के आम सिरे आम रोड़े इट्टे किरपाना कोई चीज़ छड्डी नहीं है ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ नहीं इन्हें चलाइयां।
ये हम ड्यूटी पे खड़े थे बैरिकेड अब फ्रंट पे हमारा बैरिकेड हमने बैरिकेडिंग की थी। उन्होंने किया उनके पास पालकी साहब का सहारा लिया। पहले पालकी साहब आगे निकाली फिर तलवारें निकाली तो फेरनी शुरू कर दी। हमारे जवान के लगाने लगे हम आगे हुए कि चलो उसका बचाव हो जाएगा। उसका बचाव करने के साथ 4-5 लोग जो लेके तलवारें तो हमारे ऊपर हमला कर दिया। ये है टोपी में मैं कहने का मतलब कि तलवार का साफ दिखाई दे रहा है।
आप देख सकते हैं कि ये जो कैप है इन्होंने लगाई हुई थी और इसमें जो घाव है जो कट का निशान है टोपी के ऊपर से भी देखा जा सकता है और कितना गहरा घाव होगा इसका आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं।
सुरक्षा के लिए डंडों से थोड़ी हम किरपानों का मुकाबला करेंगे।
Viewers, you know what is the greatest travesty? If you can't stand up for your own forces, then tomorrow these forces will say, why are we fighting for you? And can you imagine what will happen then? It's really unfortunate. Viewers, law and order is a state subject. We all know this. We are taught this in civics class, in class 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's unfortunate that the AAP Sarkar has put political compulsion first. It doesn't want to take on Amritpal Singh because that would mean committing political harakiri, political suicide. Let me explain with data tonight. In 2022 Punjab polls, 47% of the Sikh population voted for Aam Aadmi Party. 35% Hindus voted for AAP. In 2017 Punjab polls, 27% Sikh population voted for AAP, 24% Hindus voted for AAP. And this is only in a certain number of seats, the Panthik seats. So you can see how in these Panthik seats, viewers, the Sikhs have come out to vote in large numbers for the Aam Aadmi Party. And the Aam Aadmi Party thinks in its wisdom that all Sikhs believe in separatism. So we should not do anything against Amritpal Singh because our Sikh brothers will get upset. Because that is shocking. That's absolutely shocking. That is appeasement based on a premise. Let's also show you how AAP fared in specific Panthik seats. Now, out of 15 Panthik seats in the Majha area, 10 seats were won by AAP. Panthik seats of Ajnala won by AAP, and Ajnala is where this drama is taking place. Panthik seat of Amritsar South won by AAP. Panthik seat of Tarantaran, AAP won all 4 seats there. Panthik seats of Atari won by AAP. Viewers, let me open this up tonight. Ramnik Maan, I want to begin with him. He's a political analyst. RP Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP. We also have with us Maheshinder Singh Grewal, Vice President and spokesperson of the SAD, Dr. Akashdeep Muni, Parvinder Singh Sethi. Let's open this up, and I want to begin first with Ramnik Maan. Mr. Ramnik Maan, the question is straightforward tonight. I am not going to absolve the centre tonight because perhaps they should have been on the ball. But law and order is a state subject. And when the state is surrendering, then the state government has to step in and take charge. There is no reason, there is no lack of either police courage or equipment to tackle these people. Why is the state government throwing in the towel?
Good evening, Rahul. I would disagree with your idea that the state government is surrendering. The state government is complicit. They've not surrendered. They are complicit. See, it is very simple. They have been providing security to the same people to bring out pro-Khalistan rallies and processions in Punjab. And the same police which had been protecting these people, giving them a security cover, is at the receiving end of their lathis, dandas and kirpans, and God forbid tomorrow, their bullets. It's going to come to that. Now, who's the buzdil here? Who's the coward here? The coward here is Amritpal himself. He's hiding behind the Palki Sahib of Sri Guru Granth Sahib. He's the one who's committed blasphemy. He's the one who's committed bedbi. Dekho, gale hai ke ji, Guru Granth Sahib's place is not inside a police thana, where you have all sorts of liquor and other illicit material which is not supposed to be in a Guru car. There is a maryada attached to Sri Guru Granth Sahib, and he is using our living Guru to his advantage as a cover fire, and he was actually pushing the cart from behind, the vehicle from behind. So he's a buzdil. He's hiding behind Guru Granth Sahib. He is using the sentiment of Punjabis and Sikhs that dekho ji, asi Guru Granth Sahib da uthe prakash kar. Can you imagine the situation in Punjab if the police would have opened fire, they would have lathi charged, and even if the police would have taken the utmost care would have taken by the police, if that Palki Sahib was damaged, the kind of havoc they would have played in Punjab is unimaginable. So Rahul, there are a lot of points to ponder. When I said that these people, the government is complicit. They have this to come to this situation.
Okay, PS Sethi, the AAP government is complicit, says Ramnik Maan. And when a person is being given an escort by the state, then that question assumes a salience. Sethi Saab.
नहीं, देखिए ये हमारे देश का मामला है। अगर हम अपने इस मामले के अंदर अपने प्रांत को एलिगेशन लगाएं और इसके अंदर पॉलिटिक्स करें तो ये बड़े दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण बात है। जो इस देश के अंदर पैदा हुआ है वो देशभक्त है और देश के प्रति वफादार है।
सेठी साहब इस तरह नहीं करना। देखो आप, मैं
आप मेरी बात पूरी होने दीजिए मान साहब।
आई एम अक्यूजिंग दीज पीपल, आई एम अक्यूजिंग भगवंत मान, आई एम अक्यूजिंग अरविंद केजरीवाल, एंड आई एम बीइंग वेरी क्लियर अबाउट इट। अरविंद केजरीवाल, भगवंत मान, दे आर इन द बेड विद द खालिस्तानी। आई एम सेइंग इट ओपनली। आपकी तो मैंने अपने प्रांत पे क्या इल्जाम लगा दिया भाई?
आपका ये पर्सनल
टॉकिंग अबाउट
नहीं,
तुसी गुरु ग्रंथ साहब ਨੂੰ क्यों लेके गए जी? आप जवाब दीजिए। व्हाई वाज गुरु ग्रंथ साहब टेकन इन द पालकी टू दिस पुलिस स्टेशन? गुरु ग्रंथ साहब दी मर्यादा थाने दे अंदर है
सर,
थाने दे अंदर है
सर। लेट मी स्पीक। अरे मान साहब, आप अपने समय में बोलेंगे, मेरे समय में भी बोलेंगे तो
यू कॉल अ स्पेड तुसी इतनी जुर्त रखो, तुसी सिख हो। थोड़े गुरु ग्रंथ साहब दी बेदबी कर रहे अमृतपाल। ना श्री अकाल तख्त साहब बोल दिया, ना एसजीपीसी बोल दिया, एंड यू आर सेइंग, व्हाट आर यू सेइंग सर? अकाल तख्त साहब
अगर तुसी कल
दूर रखो,
आप करोगे महाराज, कोई
सच बोलो,
बिल्कुल
हक दी गल करो,
ज्यादा जरूरत है महाराज। आप किसी गलत
सच बोलो,
आप किसी गलत मत लेना। हम उल्टे भावों में चलने वाले लोग हैं। हम सरकारी टाउट नहीं है, हम सच्चाई की बात करने वाले लोग हैं।
आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार पंजाब में है, आप आम आदमी पार्टी के हक में बोल रहे हो,
उसके ऊपर आप मेरे को बोलने नहीं दे रहे, आप मेरे को बोलने नहीं दे रहे। मैं आई एम नॉट द स्पोक्सपर्सन ऑफ आप, आई एम नॉट द स्पोक्सपर्सन ऑफ आप। आप अपने समय में बोलेंगे,
कई बार बैठे हैं, तुसी आप लोग बोल रहे हो, जान दो,
आप मुझे बोलने ही नहीं दे रहे।
इट्स अ मैरिज ऑफ कन्वीनियंस बिटवीन यू एंड आप।
अरे आप बल्लो बोल रहे हैं, मैं समर्थन दे रहे हैं। आप भी तो बीजेपी की तरफ से बोलते हो, आप बीजेपी
मैं कभी एक शब्द गलत बोला हुआ दस दो,
जो भी टीवी में बैठते
दसो गुरु ग्रंथ साहब की मर्यादा थाने च है। आप बताइए गुरु ग्रंथ साहब की मर्यादा थाने में।
मेरे को बात तो महाराज, मेरे को
ओके, लेट हिम स्पीक प्लीज, लेट हिम स्पीक, लेट हिम स्पीक।
मेरे को बोलने तो दीजिए
मिस्टर मान, लेट हिम स्पीक, लेट हिम स्पीक। सेठी साहब बोलिए।
देखिए जो गुरु ग्रंथ देखिए, बिल्कुल जो गुरु ग्रंथ साहब की मर्यादा है, उसके ऊपर संत समाज, उसके ऊपर संज्ञान लेगा संत समाज, एसजीपीसी और अकाल तख्त के जत्थेदार। उसके ऊपर मैं कमेंट नहीं करना चाहता। अगर उसके ऊपर बेअदबी है या जो है, उसका संज्ञान एसजीपीसी लेगी, अकाल तख्त के जत्थेदार लेंगे और संत समाज लेगा, और उसको लेना भी चाहिए। लेकिन हम इस बात को कह रहे हैं, जब हजारों लोगों की भीड़ इकट्ठा हो जाती है तो उसका राज्य का माहौल, सर मेरे को बात करने दीजिए, राज्य की शांति भंग ना हो, जैसे शाहीन बाग में होती है, जैसे राम रहीम को।
सेठी साहब, मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछता हूं। वन सेकंड, लेट्स नॉट गेट कैरिड अवे।
गवर्नमेंट तो शक्ति
Yes, no, one second. Let's not get carried away. The state has to enforce the law. Because this is going beyond mocking our constitution. Exactly. This is behaving as if you don't have a constitution. Can you believe it? Tomorrow, some other Johnny will show up outside a police station and ask people to release a terrorist. And remember, viewers, there are Kashmiri terrorists also jailed in Punjab jails.
We are mixing two.
No, I'm not missing anything, sir. अगर आप में थोड़ा ईमान है, आप भी कॉल आउट करोगे इसको।
नहीं,
ठीक है, आपको थोड़ा आपके साथ चिपके पड़े हो पाई जी। नहीं, एक मिनट पाई जी, आपके साथ चिपके पड़े हो, मगर देश के साथ भी चिपक लो जी। 1 मिनट, लेट मी, एक मिनट, कोई बात नहीं, गलत बात सर। देश पहले, पंथ बाद में, पॉलिटिक्स बाद में, पहले देश। ये नहीं कीजिए, गलत है। देखिए, मैं यहाँ पर बहुत बैलेंस लाइन ले रहा हूँ,
कोई किसी ने चिपका पड़ा,
बहुत बैलेंस ले रहा हूँ। देखिए, मैं बहुत बैलेंस लाइन ले रहा हूँ। यहाँ पर एक बहुत बड़ा इंटेलिजेंस फेलियर हुआ है एट स्टेट लेवल। इट्स अ कंप्लीट एब्डिकेशन। 1 मिनट, 1 सेकेंड, सेठी साहब, एक सेकेंड। मैं आरपी सिंह जी के पास भी जाता हूँ, नेशनल स्पोक्स पर्सन है वो बीजेपी के। आरपी सिंह जी, देखिए, आरपी सिंह जी, स्टेट हैज कंप्लीटली सरेंडर्ड. There is no doubt about this. We wouldn't be seeing this scene if the state had stood up. But I also want to ask you a larger question, and you can answer that second, but it's an important one. If today the state is not capable, and this is a border state, sir, and if the state machinery is failing, then hasn't the time come to step in?
Rahul, good evening and Guru Fateh to all your viewers. See, Center has been ongoingly, regularly sending messages. I have the message for 3rd October. There will be more messages thereafter also, 3rd October 2022, in which there is a categorical list, in which categorically it was stated about Amritpal Singh also, that state need to be more vigilant about him. Now on this subject, what happened in Ajnala, I mean, as Ramneek was saying, that a gentleman came in behind the taking the shield of the Palki Sahab, and he would have walked from Amritsar to Ajnala. I mean, how could police allow this to happen and allow the complete police station to be taken to ransom? And this is a bedabi of Shri Guru Granth Sahib also. I'll also through your channel appeal, and I'm going to tweet also what Ramneek Singh Man has said, that even Jatya Akal Takht or SGPC should also wake up. I mean, he is not Qaum ka thekedar. I mean, this gentleman is not Qaum ka thekedar. So he is not who's one going to decide how Qaum will be run, how the community will be run. So let the Jatya Akal Takht or SGPC take a stance on this also. And the second issue is that as Ramneek was saying, that
RP Singh, please, RP Singh, my question you need to answer in a few words, please. I'm running out of time. RP Singh ji, there is a state question. If the state has failed, if the state government has failed, what is the center waiting for? What is the center waiting for?
Let me complete, and then I'll answer you that also. I
don't have the time.
Kultar Singh, the Speaker of the House, was hobnobbing with the Khalistanis in Canada. There are
Sir, if they are all failing, what is the center waiting for?
Federal structure, we have
आप किसके लिए wait कर रहे हैं?
हम वेट नहीं करें, हम तो कह रहे हैं कि अगर आपको सहयोग चाहिए, you need help, we are prepared to help you. We are prepared
Sir,
to
people
help
can
you.
only be helped who want to help themselves.
Some more police, some more CRPF.
Hang on. You can only help someone. Okay, you can only help someone. Viewers, I'm leaving you with this thought. You can only help someone if they're prepared to help themselves. If they're not, then viewers, you need to step in. The center needs to step in here. If they believe that today we have surrendered to an agenda, then how can this government, this state government, win back India's trust? We don't know. It's an anti-national that is being favored. If the state government has lost all credibility and perspective, then viewers, the center needs to do something about it. We don't even have one statement right now from the center, and this is shocking. I'll leave it at this.
मे भी शायद आप थोड़ा निराश हूँ, बट थोड़ा प्रीमियमनेस यहाँ पे इन टर्म्स ऑफ लेदर स्टिच टोयोटा ने यहाँ पे इसकी फ्रंट रो में देने की कोशिश ज़रूर करी है। रेस्ट की बात करें तो सामान रखने की जगह अच्छी खासी है, एंड यहाँ पे भी ये लेदर स्टिच दिया गया है। अब फ्रंट सीट जो हैं इसकी वेंटिलेटेड आती हैं, दोनों पैसेंजर और ड्राइवर जो सीट्स हैं वो इसमें अब टोयोटा वेंटिलेटेड सीट्स ऑफर कर रहा है इस इनोवा हाई क्रॉस के अंदर। कप होल्डर्स दो यहाँ देखने को मिलते हैं, एंड बॉटल होल्डर्स भी फ्रंट डोर्स में यहाँ पे देखने को मिल रहे हैं। सामान रखने की अच्छी जगह दो पॉकेट्स में भी इधर देखने को मिल रही है। एंड फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इनोवा के अंदर इस हाई क्रॉस में पैनोरामिक सनरूफ देखने को मिल रहा है। सनरूफ पहले होता ही नहीं था, बट अब जो दिया है वो पैनोरामिक सनरूफ यहाँ पे देखने को मिल रहा है। चलते हैं पीछे सेकंड रो में, स्पेस वहाँ कैसा है, लेट्स गो एंड चेक दैट आउट। एंड यहाँ पे मामला हो जाता है सेकंड रो में थोड़ा एग्जीक्यूटिव क्लास वाला, और पहले से ज़्यादा यहाँ पे स्पेस देखने को मिल रहा है। लेग रूम, थाई सपोर्ट, हेड रूम एम्पल सेकंड रो पैसेंजर्स की देखने को मिल रहा है। एंड क्लाइमेट कंट्रोल की बात करूँ तो यहाँ पर सेकंड रो के लिए अलग से क्लाइमेट कंट्रोल एडजस्टमेंट का ऑप्शन दिया गया है। फ्रंट रो में टेम्परेचर के हिसाब से आप अलग रख सकते हैं, सेकंड रो में टेम्परेचर सेटिंग्स अलग रखी जा सकती है, तो ये ऑप्शन भी यहाँ पे देखने को मिल रहा है। एसी कंट्रोल्स, यहाँ पे छोटा डिस्प्ले दिया गया है, दो USB-C चार्जिंग पॉइंट देखने को मिल रहे हैं। एंड ये जो सीट्स हैं पूरा एग्जीक्यूटिव क्लास वाला मामला जो मैं कह रहा हूँ यहाँ पर इनके साथ हो जाता है कुछ इस तरह से। यू कैन रिक्लाइन द सीट एंड ये पूरी पीछे तक चली जाएगी, जैसे ऑलरेडी बगल वाली सीट आप देख सकते हैं। सो काफ़ी ज़्यादा एंगल रिक्लाइन इसका करा जा सकता है। एंड देयर इज ऑल्सो अनदर ऑप्शन जो कि यहाँ पे सपोर्ट के लिए दिया गया है। तो कुछ मामला इस तरह से टोयोटा ने इस नई इनोवा हाई क्रॉस में इन टर्म्स ऑफ लग्जरी, इन टर्म्स ऑफ कंफर्ट यहाँ पर इस नई इनोवा हाई क्रॉस में देने की कोशिश करी है। इसके अलावा बात करें बेस्ट ऑफकोर्स पैनोरामिक सनरूफ का नज़ारा यहाँ से बेहतर ऑफकोर्स देखने को मिल रहा है। चलते हैं थर्ड रो में, स्पेस वहाँ कैसा है। सो टोयोटा इस नई इनोवा हाई क्रॉस को 7 सीटर और 8 सीटर वाले वेरिएंट्स के साथ ऑफर करने वाला है। एंड थर्ड रो स्पेस कुछ इस तरह से आप एडजस्ट कर सकते हैं। इन केस आगे कोई बैठा है तो ज़्यादा स्पेस मुझे लगता है नहीं बन पाएगा, स्पेशली इन टर्म्स ऑफ थाई सपोर्ट। आई डोंट फील ज़्यादा कंफर्टेबल यहाँ पे, बट अदरवाइज स्पेस के हिसाब से मुझे ये सीट इस थर्ड रो में जो स्पेस है वो ठीक ठाक देखने को मिल रहा है। नी रूम ठीक ठाक है एंड हेड रूम इज़ ऑल्सो गुड, बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट थाई सपोर्ट इज़ स्लाइटली could have been slightly better. And also you can see the adjustable headrest यहाँ पे इसके थर्ड रो पैसेंजर्स के लिए भी इधर 43 लीटर्स का स्पेस इसके बूट में देखने को मिलता है। यू कैन सी
टॉप स्टोरीज ऑन द शो टुनाइट व्यूअर्स।
Delhi Chief Minister versus LG Rao escalates. Kejriwal government now instructs officers to stop taking direct orders from LG. In a big loss to investors, the market value of LIC's shareholding in Adani Group's 5 big companies dips below its purchase value for the first time. Mumbai police register case against Uddhav Sena MP Sanjay Raut for allegedly defaming Maharashtra Chief Minister's son, Shrikant Shinde. Ahead of Karnataka polls, Congress announces its third promise of 10 kg free rice to each individual BPL card.
दिए गए हैं। ओवरऑल मामला ठीक ठाक लग रहा है। एंड देयर आर कप होल्डर्स, 1 USB 12 वोल्ट सॉकेट फॉर चार्जिंग एंड देयर आर AC वेंट्स यहाँ पे इसके साइड में दिए गए हैं, रूफ में ही। ये कुछ मामला यहाँ पे इसकी थर्ड रो में टोयोटा इनोवा की नई हाई क्रॉस में देखने को मिल रहा है। अब बात करते हैं इंजन ऑप्शंस, वेरिएंट्स, क्या टोयोटा इस हाई क्रॉस में ऑफर कर रही है। सो ये जो है टोयोटा इनोवा की नई हाई क्रॉस जो है 5 वेरिएंट में अवेलेबल होने वाली है। 2 वेरिएंट जो होंगे पेट्रोल के होंगे और 3 वेरिएंट इसके हाइब्रिड वाले होने वाले हैं इस नई हाई क्रॉस के अंदर। प्राइस जो है वो भी फिलहाल अनाउंस नहीं करा गया है एंड इसकी जो बुकिंग्स हैं वो स्टार्ट हो चुकी हैं। 50,000 का अमाउंट देकर आप इस हाई क्रॉस का बुक अभी फ़िलहाल आज से ही कर सकते हैं। एंड इसका जो है लॉन्च है वो भी बहुत जल्द, महीने 1.5 महीने के अंदर टोयोटा कह रही है इसका लॉन्च हो जाएगा। एंड प्राइस अनाउंसमेंट भी बहुत जल्दी इसकी टोयोटा करने वाली है। तो ये कुछ डिटेल्स हैं इस नई टोयोटा इनोवा हाई क्रॉस को लेकर, जो कि क्रिस्टा के मुकाबले वाइडर, लॉन्गर, व्हील बेस ज़्यादा है, हाइट सेम है, बट स्पेस बेटर यहाँ पे देखने को मिल रहा है। एंड देयर ऑल्सो बेटर सेफ्टी फीचर्स एंड फीचर्स इन दिस न्यू हाई क्रॉस। सो कैसा लगा आपको वीडियो? डू टेल अस इन द कमेंट सेक्शन। वीडियो अच्छा लगा है तो लाइक, शेयर और टाइम्स ड्राइव को फॉलो करना मत भूलिएगा। थैंक यू वॉचिंग, बाय बाय।
हाल ही में हमने ऊबर का एक इवेंट अटेंड किया था जहां पर हमें बातचीत करने का मौका मिला सूरज नायर से, जो कि है सेफ्टी ऑपरेशंस के हेड एट ऊबर इंडिया एज वेल एज साउथ एशिया। हमने पूछे उनसे कई सवाल, आइए देखते हैं इस वीडियो में। This is OnePlus 11R. Of course, looks wise, design wise, it looks really very similar to OnePlus 11. If whether it's the camera module, if it's the rear panel or the front look. हालांकि OnePlus 11 में
and gentlemen, Khalistani sympathizer Amritpal Singh and his armed militia went on a rampage in Punjab's Amritsar yesterday. Dramatic scenes of lawlessness were witnessed on the streets of Punjab as Amritpal's supporters carrying swords and guns attacked the Punjab police at the Ajnala police station just 10 kilometers from the Indo-Pakistan border. But what does the state do in such a situation? Instead of taking action against the Khalistani mob, the state just simply bowed down before the separatist forces. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the state decided to release Amritpal's aide, Lovepreet Tufan, saying that there wasn't enough evidence against him, just days after he was arrested on charges of kidnapping and assault. Now what's even more shocking is that instead of taking any responsibility for the anarchy that prevailed in Amritsar, today the Punjab police blatantly went on to claim that the release of Amritpal's aide had nothing to do with Amritpal and the thousands of his followers, even though Amritpal is an accused in the same case. The discharge copy of his aide, Lovepreet, also said that he was released because he is not guilty of any offence. If he is not guilty, why was he arrested? But listen in to what the police had to say after this abject surrender.
The police was attacked in a very cowardly manner with sharp-edged weapons. 6 police officials were injured. The police acted with utmost restraint due to the maryada of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji and preserved it. And police could have opened fire, it could have led to more issues. So we have acted with restraint on account of the presence of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Punjab police is committed to maintain peace and harmony in Punjab. Certain elements are trying to destabilize the peace in Punjab. We have maintained the harmony in Punjab. This conspiracy shall not be allowed to succeed. Regarding the incident which took place yesterday, the video footage is being analyzed. Police has led from the front.
ਭਾਈ ਅਮਰਤਪਾਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਕੌਮ ਪਿਆਰ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਆ, ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਦਾ ਹੱਥ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਤੇ ਕੌਮ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੀ ਨੇ ਜਥੇਦਾਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਵਾ, ਜਿਹਦਾ ਰਿਜ਼ਲਟ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਲਿਆ। ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਭਾਈ ਅਮਰਤਪਾਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਵਿਚਰਿਆ ਗਰੀਬ। ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫਸਾਇਆ ਉਹ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਹੀ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਨਾ ਫਸਾਇਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਮਤਲਬ ਇੰਨਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ, ਯਤਨ ਕਿਉਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ। ਕਿਸੇ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੇਸ ਕਰਦਾ। ਸਿੱਖ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ ਉਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਫਲਸਫੇ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਰਾ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਪੂਰਨ। ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਪਰਚੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੇਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਖੇਡਦੇ। ਆਪਣਾ 2 ਕੰਮ ਵਾ, ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਨੀ ਤੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਕਾਉਣਾ ਤੇ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਾਉਣਾ, ਹੋਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਰਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੇਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਖੇਡਦੇ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦਾ ਪਤਾ ਵਾ, ਜਿੰਨੇ ਉਠਾਇਆ ਇਹ ਤੇ ਉਹੀ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦਾ ਆ। ਸਾਡਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ, ਆਪਣਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਕਰਦੇ।
And that's not all. After bringing the Punjab Sarkar to its knees, the pro-Khalistani preacher today was heard openly defending the Aam Aadmi Party in the state, saying that the centre was trying to malign the Punjab government. He even went on to say that this was a chance for the Punjab government to fix things. Listen in to him speaking to Times Now exclusively, virtually batting for the Aam Aadmi Party government.
और सेंटर कोले मौका है पंजाब दी सरकार नूं बदनाम करन दा। पंजाब दी सरकार कोले मौका है चीज़ां नूं ठीक करन दा। ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਟੋਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ, ਨਾ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਦੇ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ, ਨਾ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਚ ਆਉਣਾ, ਨਾ ਰਾਜਨੀਤੀ ਵਾਲੀ ਖੇਡ ਖੇਡਣੀ ਹੈ, ਨਾ ਵੋਟਾਂ ਮੰਗਣੀਆਂ।
They are trying to prove each other wrong. The thing is, central government trying to take benefit out of this situation. What benefit? Punjab is unsafe state. It's not true. You know, Punjab, the crime rate is lower here. Still, I'm not saying there is no crime. I'm not saying law and order situation is very good in Punjab. Punjab government is failing. That's the truth. But Punjab government is not failing because of this protest. Punjab government is failing. The Sidhu Moosewala got killed. How huge that chaos it was. They didn't do anything about it.
But then testimonies don't lie. Listen in to this Punjab cop who faced the wrath and violence of the rampaging Khalistani supporting mob and what he had to say on how the police was treated.
मतलब किरपाना कोई लिहाज नहीं, कोई नहीं, मतलब दे बाद सतनाम वैगुरू का जाप करते ने, जाप करते होंगे पूरा गुंडागर्दी की पूरी पुलिस ने कोई यहो जी मतलब इन्ना नहीं कहा, इन्होंने बिल्कुल धक्केआम शरेआम रोड़े इट्टे किरपाना कोई चीज़ छड्डी नहीं है जिहड़ियां नहीं इन्हां च लगी।
Meanwhile, the BJP has lashed out at the blind capitulation and appeasement of anarchists by Punjab's AAP Sarkar. The AAP, on the other hand, continues to defend itself, saying that it did nothing wrong. Listen in.
ये एक डिजाइन कॉन्स्पिरेसी है, पंजाब के हालातों को बिगाड़ा जाएगा और फिर अरविंद केजरीवाल बेगुनाह लोगों को मरवाकर मसीहा के रूप में सामने आकर देश में वोटें मांगेंगे। ये आज सच्चाई सामने आई जब पुलिस स्टेशनों पे हमला करने वाले लोग ही पंजाब सरकार के पुल बांध रहे हैं, तारीफों के कह रहे हैं, पंजाब की सरकार को बदनाम करने की कोशिश की जा रही है।
ਸਾਥ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਸਰਦਾਰ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਮਾਨ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਮਨ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਦੀ ਸਥਿਤੀ ਤੇ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਾਬੂ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਣਗੇ ਔਰ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਅਮਨ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਭੰਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗੀ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਭਲੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰੀਏ। ਸੁਣੋ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਸੁਣ ਲਓ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਭਲੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰੀਏ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤਾਕਤਾਂ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਲਓ। ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਅਸੈਂਬਲੀ ਚੁਣੀ, ਉਹ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ नहीं जी, सब कुछ हो जाएगा। तुझको बताओ ना, क्यों नहीं लाओ करने सारे गवर्नर ने।
आप लोगों के पास यहाँ गलत सूचनाएं हैं। लॉ एंड ऑर्डर पंजाब में कंट्रोल में है, पंजाब पुलिस सक्षम है और पंजाब का जो सोशल बॉन्डिंग है उस पर गोलियां भी चली 10 साल, बम भी फूटे, लेकिन पंजाब का जो भाईचारा है आपस में, वो लोग मिल के रहना पसंद करते हैं। अमन शांति वाला हमारा स्टेट है और बहुत बड़ी बड़ी इंडस्ट्रीज़ अब वहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करने लगी हैं, क्योंकि पहले किसी खास फैमिली के साथ MOU होता था, अब पंजाब के 3 करोड़ लोगों के साथ जो है वो MOU हो रहा है।
So the legitimate question we are asking on the Newshour tonight: will Aam Aadmi Party's capitulation cost Punjab? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining me on the debate tonight, Manjinder Singh Sirsa, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Suman Siraman, Political Analyst, Huda Zariwala, Political Analyst, Bhaskar Rao, Vice President of the Aam Aadmi Party in Karnataka, Iman Singh Khara, Secretary Legal Affairs, Waris Punjab De, Jathebandi of Bhai, Amritpal Singh. But my first question goes to Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author and professor. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, the visuals that we saw yesterday, at least to me, bring back the horror stories of the 1980s when Punjab burnt and militancy was a common sight. Bhindranwale supporters today back again in Punjab. The same supporters who yesterday were wielding swords and automatic guns and lathis and demanded and gave a deadline of 1 hour for the release of Amritpal Singh's aide Lavpreet Tufan. And today, just like that, as if a magic happened, he was released. And that too certified by the court, because there was no evidence against him. I want to ask you, is this country a country of fools who doesn't quite see what transpired? Because the Aam Aadmi Party government says that there is no abject surrender, there wasn't any evidence. If there wasn't any evidence, why was the man arrested in the first place and kept in a lockup for 5 days? And why was a police station surrounded by these gun-wielding and sword-wielding mobs with 800 policemen unable to defend the police station, which is 10 kilometers away from the Pakistan border?
Good evening, Navika, and good evening to my fellow panelists. It's a very serious situation, and I speak, of course, as a layman, because there are enough experts on the panel who would be able to gauge the situation, I'm sure, much better than I would be. But still, as a common citizen, I believe that it is important for my point of view or our point of view to be reflected, at least people who can take heed of the issues I'm going to raise. I feel that they should. India would be better off if they did, because there are 3 issues here. Number 1, you're absolutely right, Navika. This is a total and abject abdication of civil and legal duties, executive duties by the AAP government. There is no 2 ways about it. And the fact that you say that this person, Mr. Tufan, who was arrested barely a couple of days ago, was let off as suddenly being proclaimed innocent by the state after dire warnings by his guru. Dire warnings, not only against the state, but also against the center, against our present Home Minister. Not only that, how do you explain, even if one person was now suddenly declared innocent, what happens? Have you arrested, or have you got a warrant for the arrest, immediate arrest of those 1,000-odd people who ransacked your police station? You were celebrating, or at least congratulating, the people who went after the the situation. You remember after the Dera Sacha Sauda thing, when the state expressed its power, then you were congratulating the state. Now the same state surrenders abjectly. And you are saying that there is semblance of law. So there is no law and there is no doubt, Navika, that the Punjab state government is providing itself to be completely inept at handling the law and order in the state. The daily drone attacks from across the border from Pakistan, the multiple drug mafia murders, and in fact, Mr. Sirsa, who's on the panel today, has circulated a completely horrid video. I can't get round to even thinking about it again. Complete law and order failure, the blasphemy killings, the police station being run over. So the fact of the matter is the situation is again exacerbated by complete lack of coordination between the state police and the other central and state organs, including the central forces as well as the intelligence forces. Something has to be done. Now let me come to the other issue, because that is equally important. If I say that the state has abdicated responsibility, I am not going to shirk away from the fact that the state has only learnt its lesson from the big daddy, the center, that abdicated its duties not just today, but 2 years ago. One cannot shirk away from blaming the center. Let us not forget how anarchists and middlemen and Khalistani separatists and supporters were mollycoddled by the center back 2 years ago. Every illegality went unpunished. Remember the anarchy at Red Fort, Navika? Modi and Shah not being able to stop violence, vandalism, mayhem, or the mob carrying swords and other weapons from driving to the heart of the capital of India on Republic Day and hoisting a flag illegally at the Red Fort. And the whole situation is, whenever there is inevitable vacuum that is created when justice and rule of law whooshes away, it soon gets filled by anarchy and bloodshed. And 17 of those cases have been withdrawn by the center as well as the state, of those people who ransacked the Red Fort. Worse still, the Supreme Court stayed a silent spectator in all this mayhem. So, Navika, the ultimate test is how resolutely are you going to tackle the law and order situation? And I'm afraid both the AAP and the center are not willing to look at the elephant in the room. Let me give you an acid test. You have the respected BJP spokesperson here. I want to ask a point-blank question. Was Bhindranwala a terrorist, sir? Yes or no? Let him answer it.
Manjinder Singh Sirsa ji, the question is, what the Aam Aadmi Party has done is unforgiving. But what is the centre waiting for? After all, आपसे ज़्यादा कौन भूलेगा 1980 के दशक में क्या हुआ था पंजाब में? पंजाब में रहने वाले हम जैसे लोग, आप जैसे लोग जानते हैं. We know what terrorism is, we know what militancy is, we know what this separatist movement can actually turn out into. So what are we waiting for? Why does everything come down to only a political vote bank is the question Anand Ranganathan is asking.
Navika, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. As far as BJP is concerned, first of all, I must apprise you about one fact. जो आज पंजाब में हो रहा है, I'm fully agreed with Ranganathan what he said. पर one thing one must understand, ये ऐसा नहीं है कि पंजाब पुलिस इन सबको काबू नहीं कर सकती. पंजाब पुलिस बेसिकली दिल्ली से जो सरकार चला रहे हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल, वो ऐसा ही चाह रहे हैं. मैं आज नहीं आपके टीवी चैनल पर बोल रहा, मैं 9 महीने पहले 10 महीने पहले जब ये सरकार बनी है, मैं अपना ट्वीट और वीडियो आपसे शेयर करता हूँ. मैंने एग्जैक्टली ये कहा था, ये सब कुछ होने वाला है. 1980 के दशक में कांग्रेस ने भी सब कुछ किया था, जानबूझकर वायलेंस को देखकर आंखें बंद की, वायलेंस को हवा दी, उन लोगों को बड़ा बनाया, एक ऐसा एटमॉस्फेयर पंजाब में क्रिएट किया कि ये डिवीजन हो रही जा रही है पंजाब में, और फिर उन लोगों को जेलों में डाला, बंद किया, मारा, और फिर अपने आप को मसीहा के रूप में पेश किया. बेसिकली अरविंद केजरीवाल भी उसी रास्ते पे चले हुए हैं. पंजाब के अंदर जो आज सब कुछ हो रहा है, वो आम आदमी पार्टी को सब पता है इसको रोका कैसे जा सकता है. ये लोग इतने बड़े नहीं है कि इनको रोका ना जा सके. 4 अनार्किस्ट इकट्ठे होकर पुलिस स्टेशन पे हमला करें और पुलिस उनको ना रोक पाए, ऐसा नहीं है. और आपको सबसे इंपॉर्टेंटली अगर आप इस केस में देखें तो इन लोगों ने तो 2 दिन पहले अनाउंस करके कहा था कि हम कल जाएंगे और अगर हमारा आदमी को नहीं छोड़ा तो हम जाके पुलिस स्टेशन का घेराव करेंगे और फिर जो उसके रिप्रिकॉशंस होंगे वो सरकार की उसकी जिम्मेवार होगी. इसका मतलब पंजाब पुलिस वाज अवेयर ऑफ दिस सिचुएशन, क्या होने जा रहा है, कैसे होने जा रहा है. एंड वर्स्ट थिंग व्हाट हैपेंड इज कि साथ के गुरुद्वारे से ही गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब महाराज जी के पवित्र स्वरूप को लेकर उनकी अगुवाई का इस्तेमाल करना, कि इस्तेमाल करना ऐसी चीज का, धार्मिक ओढ़ आसरा लेकर उसका इस्तेमाल करना, ये उससे भी बड़ा पाप था। और आम आदमी पार्टी को सब पता था। इन्वेस्टर मीट में मुझे पत्रकारों ने बताया कि भगवंत मान तो हंस हंस के जवाब दे रहे थे, अच्छा अब पुलिस स्टेशन घुस गए हैं, अच्छा अब ये कर दिया है, बिकॉज ही वॉज वेल अवेयर ऑफ द फैक्ट कि ये सब कुछ होना है, उनकी शय पे ये सब कुछ हो रहा था। और कल अल्टीमेटम देने के बाद क्या किया पंजाब पुलिस ने? आज उसके खिलाफ डिस्चार्ज फाइल की कोर्ट में, कोर्ट से ऑर्डर लिया उसका रिलीज का, और तूफान को जेल से रिलीज कराया जा रहा है। ये हमने मूवीज में तो जरूर देखा था, कंधार के केस में देखा था, लेकिन हमने पंजाब में ऐसा कभी इससे पहले नहीं देखा था कि पंजाब पुलिस सरेंडर कर दे और वो लोग कहें कि हम जब तक सामने बैठे हैं, जब तक हमारा आदमी जेल से बाहर नहीं आएगा, और उसके बाद वो कहें हम तो जी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को बहुत अच्छी तरह से मेंटेन कर रहे हैं। और रंगनाथन जिस वीडियो की बात कर रहे थे, मैं जरूर चाहूंगा नविका, उसको भी मेरे ट्वीट से उठाकर मैंने आपके चैनल को भेजा, आप वो वीडियो देख नहीं पाएंगे, हम में से कोई नहीं देख पाएगा। मैं भी उस वीडियो को नहीं देख पाया, किस तरह से एक आदमी के हाथ के ऊपर तलवार काटकर उसकी सारी उंगलियां हाथ से अलग कर दी। ये हमने तालिबान में देखा था। पंजाब वाकई 1980 के दशक की तरफ जा रहा है, लेकिन हम लोगों ने जो 1980 के दशक में भुगता देखा, उसके बाद हमने जीना सीख लिया था। मिल बांट कर, हिंदू सिख सब लोगों के मिलकर पुरानी चीजों को बुलाकर हम आगे आए और अच्छा पंजाब को दोबारा से खुशहाल बनाया। पंजाब खुशहाली के रास्ते पे चला। हम उन चीजों पे पीछे दोहराना नहीं चाहते। जब रंगनाथन ने कहा ये क्यों नहीं बोलते, वो रंगनाथन जी मैं सब कुछ बोल सकता हूं, पर मैं उस आग में और तेल नहीं डालना चाहता, मैं आग नहीं डालना चाहता। जो लोग आगे कर रहे हैं,
I understand larger philosophy of a big happy family, but my friend Sirsa ji, we are not a happy family. Look at the scenes. Punjab is a state where the chief minister house is gherawed by farmers. Nobody will do anything because farmers cannot be touched. You did not touch the farmers when they were in Delhi and trying to, in the name of farmers, unfurl the flag at the Red Fort. Nobody will touch farmers when they gheraw the chief minister's house. Nobody will take any action because there is a Guru Granth Sahib in the hands of separatists. No, these are the excuses that come in. And Huda Zariwala, my question to you is, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has gone on record on several occasions. Bhai, hamare haath mein police de do, we will teach a lesson on what law and order is. In Delhi, we can't do anything because Delhi law and order is in the hands of the center. We can't do anything. Give us a state where there is police in our hands and we will do everything. And what are we seeing? We are seeing murders in broad daylight. We are seeing kidnappings. We are seeing assault. We are seeing separatists roaming around with automatic rifles, swords, lathis. We are seeing them coming and capturing a police station which is 10 kilometers from the Pakistan border. We are seeing the state and the police surrendering to them. And we are seeing the Punjab police is actually being defended by whom? By a Bhindranwale supporter, by a separatist who's saying the center is playing politics. तो आपका spokesperson एक terrorist हो चुका है. Huda Zariwala, what does this say about the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab? Where are you leading this country? Do you understand? It's not a question of Punjab alone. It is actually the security of this country that is at stake because you're taking it so lightly in Punjab.
Good evening, Navika ji. Yes, obviously this is a matter of grave security and safety of the citizens, not just of Punjab but of all of India. Now that being said, the separatist issue, the pro-Khalistani issue, these issues are not created by Aam Aadmi Party. Let us not forget that there is a huge history behind this, and these issues have been given fuel and fire by Congress, by BJP alliance governments, by governments that were there before the Aam Aadmi Party. It's a chronic issue. So any disease which is chronic needs a long-term treatment. These issues cannot be solved overnight. There is also the issue of the religious fundamentalism. the issue of obscurantism, an issue of extremism over here. I mean, there are various aspects to it that needs to be considered. This is, again, at large, the issue of the safety and security of the people. Definitely, the centre also needs to take into due cognizance the fact that
because it's a chronic issue, you will surrender to them because it was created by the Aam Aadmi Party or the Akali Dal in the past or the Congress in the past. You know, you today will sit hand on hand. You know, Anand Ranganathan, I mean, what is this explanation?
Navika, couple of points I want to make with due respect.
Navika,
with due respect.
10 seconds. पेमेंट तो पैसे तो चंदा तो ये ले रहे थे जाके आतंकियों से, उनसे जाके फॉरेन से पैसा ये लेके आ रहे थे, और अब कह रहे जी सेंटर को भी कॉग्निजेंस लेना चाहिए। जब अरविंद केजरीवाल चंदा लेने गए थे अमेरिका में हार्डलाइनर से, तब नहीं समझ में आया था। जब कनाडा के खड़े होके वहां पे चंदा इकट्ठा कर रहे थे करोड़ों रुपए लोगों से, तब नहीं समझ में आया था। और आज कह रहे सेंटर कॉग्निजेंस ले, आतंकियों के साथ आप हाथ मिलाएं, देश तोड़ने वालों के साथ आप हाथ मिलाएं।
सिरसा जी, मेरा नाम लिया गया था, if you don't mind. मैं आपको बहुत इज्जत करता हूं।
Sorry,
who is to say that these issues are not fueled by the BJP itself? Who is to say that there are not elements?
What? You are saying the BJP is fueling the rise of Amritpal Singh? You are saying the BJP is responsible? Please, Ms. Huda, I can accept some of your arguments, but to say that this whole thing has been... Did I say that? Did I say no? I didn't. Please allow me to finish. Please.
Who is to
Navika,
say?
can I please?
I am not saying for a fact.
Huda ji, please allow me. Navika,
allow Anand Ranganathan to make his point. Yes, Anand.
Yes, please.
I'll be very brief because both the respected spokespersons of AAP and BJP are very dear friends. So I want to make 2 points very clear. I believe in Occam's razor. That is the simplest explanation, is most possibly the most obvious one. And here, in order to tackle any big, small, whatever issue of national security, you need to ask a simple question, which is what KPS Gill asked. KPS Gill asked, is Bhinderwala a terrorist? And he answered it, yes. Now I ask both the BJP and the AAP, Navika, this is very important. In order to solve this, please ask, were both Burhan Wani and Bhinderwala terrorists? Yes or no? Huda ji, I ask you this question. I repeat, were both Burhan Wani and Bhinderwala terrorists? Yes or no?
Okay.
Yes, Huda Zariwala. Yes or no? You heard the question.
Hello. Is the question directed? Oh, is the question directed to me?
Yes.
Is the question directed to me? Yes. Right.
Yes.
I believe there was a lag.
Absolutely.
Before I answer that question, I would like to state for the record once and for all,
there is a direct question. No. There is a direct question, Huda Zariwala. There is a direct question. I will not allow you to digress from the point. I believe the direct question is Bhindranwale a terrorist? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I believe that is the answer to that is obvious. I mean, and that is not even the topic for the day. But yet again, if you want to digress from the issue at hand, by all means.
What is the answer?
But then this topic is not about Burhan Wani. This topic is not about Bhinderwala. This topic is more about the safety and security of the citizens in hand.
Is Bhindranwale a terrorist? Yes or no? What is the answer? Why can't you be direct?
Absolutely. Any.
Yes, then why is Amritpal Singh dictating terms to the government? Why is Amritpal Singh dictating terms to the government? Why is Lovepreet Tufan walking out free? Why is Lovepreet Tufan walking out free? Why was he arrested? Why is he walking out free? Are these not relevant questions? And I want to ask you, Dr. Sumansi Raman. Dr. Sumansi Raman, the Congress party played with fire.
Absolutely.
Indira Gandhi played with fire and learnt her lesson. Not just with the situation in Punjab, she had to pay with her own life. I mean, what more lesson do we need in this country than the fact that a Prime Minister of India was lost to the bad handling of Punjab? when we played with fire. So Dr. Suman Siraman, are we seeing history repeating itself?
So I
why are we
you
silent?
agree that this is not an issue created now.
Huda Zariwala, the question is to Dr. Suman Siraman.
Excuse me.
When I ask you a question, you do not hear it.
To me.
When I'm asking Suman Siraman, you begin to speak.
Navika.
Yes, Suman.
Navika, there are two ways of looking at this whole issue. One is AAP and BJP can blame each other even as Punjab slides closer to a dangerous place. Now that is what I see happening on the ground, which clearly both sides are equally culpable, and for the center to wash its hands off. Dr. Ranganathan made those points very clear. Yes, maybe the AAP government did not control law and order, is not controlling law and order as well as it should have. But the point is, look, you have the NIA. The NIA is authorized to act in any state even without the permission of the state government. Now, what is the NIA doing if this is a security situation, if it's an internal security matter in Punjab? The NIA is fully empowered to go and act on its own. They don't need permission from the Aam Aadmi Party government. So this whole argument of saying Aam Aadmi Party government is messing it up, Aam Aadmi Party government is messing it up. Look, if these are, these are non-internal security issues, you can please play politics on it. As far as you yourself said it, a former Prime Minister of this country lost her life because of mishandling of the Punjab situation. And there is still politics being played between these two parties. Look, my point is very simple. As Dr. Ranganathan said, the Red Fort cases, was anyone punished for what happened there? Was it not a violation of the law? Was equipment and in fact, some anti-riot gear of the police was damaged. What happened? Cases were withdrawn. Are you aware, Navika, that the same day that the recommendation for withdrawal of the cases was sent to the LG, he signed it. LG doesn't sign certain documents which the Delhi government wants for months on end. There is an open war between the LG and the CM. What happened to this? It was signed on the same day. So please, this is an internal security issue. And I think the answer, most eloquent answer, was the lack of the answer to the question, both from the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson and the BJP spokesperson, on whether Bhindranwale was a terrorist or not. Mr. Sirsa has not opened his mouth on that. And I think that you should, just like you put Huda Zariwala under the pump and forced her to give a response, I think it's only fair that you should do the same with Mr. Sirsa and ask him to clearly state his position
questions,
on this.
Manjinder Singh Sirsa ji. One, Bhindranwale is a terrorist, yes or no? Number two, you have the NIA. If the state government fails to handle the situation, what is the NIA?
Was Burhan Wani and Bhindranwale both terrorists?
They'll have no problem. But they will not have a problem.
I want him to say that.
No, they will not have a problem in... Okay, all right, Manjinder Singh Sirsa, Burhan Wani and Bhindranwale both terrorists or not?
Navika,
number one, and number two, what's the NIA doing?
Anybody, as I told you earlier, it's an elected government there in Punjab. There is no situation arise that NIA could go to Punjab and arrest anybody. For what reason? Because the law and order is with Punjab government. And if it takes any action against anybody, if the FIR has been registered, NIA can take a cognizance of that. But now the law and order is with the state of Punjab. How can you expect NIA to enter the state of Punjab when they are not registering any case against any of them? And secondly, what he said, as I told you already also, I have no objection on saying that somebody does wrong. Even Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale, people say that Sant is a terrorist. But what I say is, anybody who kills innocent is a terrorist, definitely is. Need not to say about that. But I need to understand one thing. What will you get out of all this now? Today things have been buried. We have gone through all in last 30-40 years. Now you have to stop the thing which is in front of you, the violence in front of you. If you will just talk about that, all those people who are not here, and you are not tackling the situation which is in front of you, just by blaming कि जी इसने उसको क्यों नहीं ये बोल रहा, अब ये उसको क्यों नहीं ये बोल रहा. The problem today is the man who is creating a problem for Punjab. Why don't you talk about that problem? Why you are after my life कि मैं दूसरे आदमी को बोल के मेरे को मरवाना है? If is this your sole purpose to do? No, one should think about the situation which is in front of you. Those goons are in police stations. गुरु कब्जा कर रहे हैं थानों में जाकर, गोलियां चला रहे हैं, और इस तरह की नौबत आ गया कि इनोसेंट लोग पंजाब में मारे जा रहे हैं, उनको बचाने वाला कोई नहीं है. पुलिस तलवारें झेल रही है, पुलिस डंडे झेल रही है, और हम लोग यहाँ पर ये बैठ के डिबेट कर रहे हैं कि 30 साल पहले उसको क्या बोलोगे और 30 साल बाद इसको क्या बोलोगे. और मेरे बोलने से कुछ हो रहा है तो मैं बोलता हूं, मेरे से और क्या क्या बुलवाना चाहते हैं आप बताएं. अगर आपका यही पर्पस है कि मनजिंदर सिंह सिरसा से ये बुलाना है तो मुझे बता दें, मुझे और क्या करना है.
And should the Aam Aadmi Party government, should the Aam Aadmi Party government,
one correction, Navika.
Okay.
One correction.
Read this.
Navika, the law was
Anand
amended.
Anand Ranganathan is showing a statement.
Yeah, Dr. Raman,
The NIA is fully empowered
Delhi
to act
BJP
without the
MLA
state
demands
government.
apology from Center for Operation Blue Star Defense Bhindranwale. सिरसा जी,
No, we cannot
सिरसा जी,
enter into any state
आपका
like this.
स्टेटमेंट दिखा रहे हैं आनंद रंगनाथन जी.
सर,
सिरसा जी का स्टेटमेंट.
नाविका जी, नविका जी मुझे 10 सेकंड यार, मैं इसको जवाब देने के लिए थोड़ा बैठा हूँ आनंद रंगनाथन को. ये तो सिर्फ मेरे लिए पड़ा हुआ है, ये इसका तो एक कैलकुलेटेड, इसके पास कैलकुलेटेड एजेंडा है. रंगनाथन एक कैलकुलेटेड एजेंडे के साथ आते हैं मनजिंदर सिंह के खिलाफ. मेरी पार्टी के लोग इनको ये सब कुछ करने को कहते हैं. छोड़िए उसको, मैं जो आपको बताना चाह रहा हूँ, ये आप राव साहब के बारे में बता रहे हैं. अभी ये कह रहे थे कि दिल्ली के एलजी की दिल्ली सरकार चलने नहीं दे रही, दिल्ली की सरकार की एलजी सुनते नहीं है. हम अगर पंजाब में घुसेंगे तो ये राव साहब ही आपको कहेंगे सबसे पहले, देखिए जी पंजाब के अंदर केंद्र सरकार इंटरफेरेंस कर रही है, पंजाब में जबरन घुस रही है, पंजाब के हालात को नहीं ठीक होने दे रही, पंजाब सरकार के अंदर इंटरफेरेंस होगी केंद्र सरकार की, अपनी शक्तियों का इस्तेमाल कर रही है. ये लोग रोना पीटना शुरू कर देंगे, पीटना हो जाएगा 1 मिनट के अंदर. अरे भाई आप पंजाब सरकार को क्यों बोल रहे हैं? आप पंजाब सरकार से कोई सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, क्यों नहीं पूछ रहे?
Government at the center enters in, you will cry blue murder and you will not take any action against separatist elements.
He was right not crying. He was just crying. A few minutes back he was crying.
Allow me to speak, Navika.
He was just crying and saying कि दिल्ली
Will you allow me to speak? I can say something.
Rao, the question is to you. Yes, go on,
Madam, Navika madam, see, when national security comes, there should be no politics, there has to be no politics over there of BJP, Aam Aadmi Party, vagara, vagara. And just as Sriram had pointed out, that the NIA is completely equipped. Government of India is completely aware of what is going on in each state. पत्ते पत्ते के बारे में उनको IB के थ्रू मालूम है कि क्या हो रहा है करके. And whatever has happened, it should not have happened. And in any police action, there are 3 stages. One is the internal security, there is a law and order, there is a crime over there. Bhale Punjab government through NCRB can say that crime has come down, but what has been showed in the media about how people have come to Ajnala police station. Straight away, NIA has got powers to take action under this. And if government of India was aware, let us not allow the situation to come to this.
What do you mean by what has been shown by the media?
To handle the law and order of a border state,
what are you pointing at? Are the visuals wrong? Are the scenes that were seen in Ajnala wrong? Is the media reporting anything wrong?
Security, that's all. Don't bring politics into internal security.
What
if you think that the nation is in danger, you step in.
What is the politics, my friend? There are automatic guns and sword-wielding crowds which are making the police surrender.
As Anand Ranganathan and Sriram pointed out over there.
You wanted a police. You said you will show exemplary law and order. Look at the damn surrender that has been done. Bhaskar Rao, I don't want these motherhood statements.
It is not a surrender, madam. It is not a surrender.
These are specific issue.
Motherhood statement कुछ भी नहीं है यहाँ पर. It is something.
If it is not a surrender,
it is a specific issue. When you want to talk about the internal security, don't talk politics. That's all. If you talk politics in the middle of internal security, then you only do a blame game. That's all.
So then why are you talking about NIA?
कि पंजाब में क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, किसने
Anand Ranganathan.
Navika, very briefly, first of all,
NIA, that is the reason NIA has been given overriding powers. That is the reason NIA has been given overriding power. Even if you smell terror over there, go take action. You don't have to ask anybody over there. और इतने दिन से क्या आप किसके इंतजार में थे?
All right. 1 minute before I come to Anand Ranganathan, Iman Singh Khara, 1 minute, Bhaskar Rao. You can't go on speaking. Iman Singh Khara, I want to ask you this question. Now, Amritpal Singh wants to, he wants to scare the Punjab police. He wants to capture police stations. He wants his aides to be released. He will carry automatic guns. He will praise Bhindranwale. He will want a Khalistan. And he should be released by courts of law, and his, all his friends and all his mob members should also be released from the court of law. And then you should come out after a deal is done with the Sarkar. You come out and start defending the Sarkar. Is this how Punjab should run?
I just want to say that it's not a debate, it's just a circus. You people are discussing law and order, but not even a single person is having any knowledge about law. Against son Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Bhindranwale, not a single FIR was lodged. But then also you dare to say to a person who is the most respectable personality in Punjab, a terrorist. Now, anchor ma'am, you just tell me how much crore defamation notice should I send to you that you're calling Bhai Amritpal Singh a terrorist without, do you even have the knowledge that who's having the capacity to declare a person as a terrorist in India? That how to declare a person a terrorist, under which law a person is to be declared a terrorist? But then also you people are just creating hooliganism here without even a single piece of knowledge about law.
Is he?
Just Mr. Sirsa, I want to say to Mr. Sirsa
बड़ी knowledge है कि ना ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ defamation ਦੀ knowledge है. मैं पूछ रही ਹਾਂ नहीं खाड़ा साहब मैं ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਲਵਾਰਾਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਓਗੇ. You will take swords, you will take automatic rifles, and you want us to believe you are peace-loving.
Just show the automatic rifle on a TV channel.
Reading the Guru Granth Sahib.
Just show a single weapon, automatic weapon on your channel.
Can I show you?
It's the fundamental right.
Last November, there was a procession. Can I show you those
Just show the automatic
weapon. The visuals are on your screen.
Just show the automatic weapon. Just show the automatic weapon.
Yes, they do.
On the screen.
So take action now. What were you waiting for?
And
take
swords
action
can
now.
be
What were
carried.
you waiting for? You have got all the law with you.
Swords can be carried. Lathis can be carried. The police can be terrorized. And you will do defamation on me. You will do defamation on me.
Let me speak. If you don't have any knowledge about law, it's the fundamental right of a Sikh to carry a sword under Article 25 of the Constitution. Why can't Sikhs carry swords? And moreover, Bhai Amritpal Singh has said that Bhai Amritpal Singh has said that the basic scheme was to carry a procession under the agwai of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj.
Dr. Anand Ranganathan, किरपान क्या ये आपको ऑटोमेटिक राइफल्स दिख जाएंगी. दो आई डोंट नो मच अबाउट गन्स बट यू कैन सी गन्स ओवर देयर. आई डोंट नो इफ दे आर ऑटोमेटिक और नॉट, बट लेट मी आस्क डॉक्टर आनंद रंगनाथन.
These are
it's a rifle at least I can see, and from the accounts I have read in newspapers, and you haven't done any defamation. But Dr. Anand Ranganathan, swords and kirpans can be waved around. Sikhs are also allowed under Article 25 to scare people, to try and use it in a ferocious manner as if they want to harm somebody. That is also allowed under the Constitution. Carrying a kirpan is different from waving your swords, Dr. Anand Ranganathan. Who is he trying to, fool in this?
Navika, it's really going from the sublime or the ridiculous to the sublime, because 3 points. Number one, मैं सिरसा जी खुद जानते हैं, मैं इनकी बहुत इज्जत करता हूं. So it's with great disappointment that he is saying कि मेरा कोई एजेंडा है. सर विद ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट आपने वो स्टेटमेंट कही थी, मैं आपको आपकी ही स्टेटमेंट दिखा रहा था. यू कैन गो बैक ऑन द स्टेटमेंट, दैट्स फाइन. इसमें कोई पर्सनल नहीं है, आप प्लीज डोंट टेक इट पर्सनली. आई हैव ट्रेमेंडस रिस्पेक्ट फॉर यू. इफ यू वांट टू गो बैक ऑन द स्टेटमेंट्स यू मेड ऑन भिंडरवाले, दैट्स अप टू यू. इसमें मेरी कोई गलती नहीं है, आई एम जस्ट अ मैसेंजर. नंबर 2, as far as Mr. Bhaskar is saying that law and order is in the hand of NIA, he's jumped on to what Dr. Sumant Raman said, correctly said by the way. NIA is under complete jurisdiction to actually file charges and arrest whosoever it wants to all over India. It doesn't need to worry about jurisdictions of state police force. So Dr. Sumant Raman is absolutely right. But here I want to ask Mr. Bhaskar, you saw what happened at the police station yesterday. How many FIRs have been registered? The police station was run over by goons and vandals who were brandishing weapons. And as for the third, the lawyer of Mr. Amritpal Aide, I want to respectfully say that he is being, being very bombastic and preachy. I want to ask him, he's saying that Bhindrawale called him a sant, by the way, which goes against the definition of what Mr. KPS Gill, who took Punjab from the jaws of disaster, brought it out. He was the one who actually thought Bhindrawale was a terrorist. Number 2. When he said
it is a passing on of the blame game.
May I come in?
Let action be taken. You sit back, enjoy yourself, because you're running a government, and power is there. Whether the country remains or not will remain to be seen. That seems to be the attitude. But 1 minute. Iman Singh ji, I would like to draw your attention to several news reports from November 2022 and any number of websites, any number of newspapers who have printed this. This march includes supporters sporting automatic weapons and bullets. I have not seen you putting a defamation case against any of these newspapers, which means that you're not contesting the fact. 24th of November 2022, please go back, just do a Google search and you'll find these reports, and don't come here and try to intimidate me by saying I'll put defamation case worth crores of rupees. Well, that's your choice, because you are a lawyer and you don't know anything other than slapping cases on people. But we are citizens and we are talking about the security of this country. And this is my country as well as it is your country. If you care to understand that the security of this country is important, and what's happening in Punjab is a dangerous game. We've seen it in the past, in the 1980s, and we're seeing it once again, almost taking the same pattern. The point is, can we just wake up, take notice? Because this is our country. This is our Punjab. Punjab belongs to you as much as it belongs to me, and it's responsible for the security of this country for all of us. So can we just wake up and smell the coffee, whether it is the Aam Aadmi Party government or the centre? That's the point tonight we wish to make. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on debate number 1. On the other side, ladies and gentlemen, from Kashmir to Punjab to the national capital, is there a bigger ploy to target Prime Minister Modi? Why I am saying this is because on the one hand, scenes of anarchy were witnessed in Punjab's Amritsar. The Bhindranwale supporter Amritpal Singh gave a clean chit to the state and was instead heard blaming the centre for the Punjab situation. On the other hand, in the national capital, a huge drama ensued at the Delhi airport just yesterday after Congress leader Pawan Khera was deplaned from an Indigo flight, and Congress leaders chanted Modi Teri Kabar Khudegi slogans. The Congress instead accused the Prime Minister of Tanashahi when the police were only following due process of law and had gone to arrest Khera in a case filed against him in Assam. Not just this, the likes of Farooq Abdullah even today continue to insist that the government talk to Pakistan. What does all this suggest? Add to this the BBC controversy, the BBC documentary controversy, George Soros's comment, the Hindenburg report. Is there really a narrative that is being built to target the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister also lambasted the Congress during his rally in Shillong today, saying that those who are rejected by the country are immersed in sadness today and are saying such things. But the people of this country are saying, Modi, tera kamal khilega. The Prime Minister wrote saying that the people of the country will give a befitting reply to such people. Listen in to the Prime Minister.
कुछ लोग जिनको देश ने नकार दिया है, जिन्हें देश अब स्वीकार करने के लिए तैयार नहीं है, जो निराशा की गर्त में डूब चुके हैं, वो आजकल माला जपते हैं माला, और वो कह रहे हैं मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी। ये निराशा के गर्त में डूबे लोग ये कह रहे हैं, माला जपते जपते कह रहे हैं मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी। लेकिन देश कह रहा है, हिंदुस्तान की आवाज कह रही है, हिंदुस्तान का हर कोना कह रहा है, मोदी तेरा कमल खिलेगा।
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And I'm going straight to the debate tonight. Manjinder Singh Sirsa versus Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress party. And I want to ask you, Lokesh Jindal, is this a coincidence that all these things happen in quick succession of each other? Whether it is the lawlessness in Amritsar, Ajnala, whether it is Congress leaders sitting and squatting on the tarmac, not even allowing, normal common people who have bought their tickets to fly off on their journey just because one of the Congress leaders is having a political match with the center. And I'm not getting into the politics. I'm just asking about the rights of the people who have paid for their tickets and cannot fly off to do their jobs because the Congress is sitting on the tarmac, virtually holding the country to ransom. And then saying, Modi teri kabr khudegi. And then Farooq Abdullah says, talk to Pakistan. अरे भाई किससे बात करें? बात किससे करें भाई? वहाँ कौन सी सरकार है? वहाँ खाने को नहीं मिल रहा, खाने के लाले पड़े हुए हैं. And Farooq Abdullah says, talk to Pakistan. What's going on?
Good evening, Navika. You rightly said, when the passengers, they have paid for the airfare, they have the right to travel. And one such passenger was Pawan Kheda ji. Even he enjoys the same right. But what did the government do? The government deplaned him. And look at the responsible behavior of congressmen. Rather than causing any problem to the fellow passengers who were traveling in that flight, they came down and they protested. Now that is something that BJP must learn. Had there been a BJP MLA or BJP workers traveling via that particular plane, they would have ransacked the entire plane. And secondly, what is happening to the entire country, the BJP itself is responsible for it. Look at what is happening in Punjab. In Punjab, the government should have immediately invoked Article 365, dismissed the Aam Aadmi Party government and saved the law and order situation in Punjab. Their governors are very vocal when it comes to Tamil Nadu, when it comes to Maharashtra, when it comes to Jharkhand. But when it comes to Punjab, what they see is the forthcoming elections. They are putting the entire safety and security of this country just for their vote banks and for the sake of politics. But the people over here, they are fed up of such form of a government. They have seen that the BJP government is only baatein, it's only jumla. अब कमल नहीं खिलेगा, अब तो केवल और केवल आम आदमी उठेगा. आम आदमी अब सड़कों पर आएगा, वो बोलेगा कि नहीं चाहिए ये ऐसे जुमलेबाज और नहीं चाहिए ऐसे अच्छे दिन. जब even an ordinary man on the road is not having employment, he is fed up of price rise. But what is the government doing? Hindu Muslim. What is the government doing? I mean, it is promoting only few corporate houses, but it is least concerned what an ordinary man is undergoing.
सिरसा साहब एहसान कर दिया कांग्रेस पार्टी ने कि वो उतर गए फ्लाइट से. उतर गए लेकिन रनवे पर बैठ गए ताकि प्लेन टेक ऑफ ना कर सके. बड़ी मतलब दिखा रहे हैं अपनी हमदर्दी पैसेंजर्स के साथ. एक तो और ये बीबीसी की जो डॉक्यूमेंट्री है, जॉर्ज सोरोस का स्टेटमेंट है, हिंडनबर्ग की रिपोर्ट है, पाकिस्तान से बात करने की बात है, वहां खालिस्तान का एक बखेड़ा अलग खड़ा हुआ है, यहां खेड़ा जी का बखेड़ा अलग खड़ा हुआ है. ये एक टारगेटेड पॉलिसी है विपक्ष की.
देखिए नविका, वन मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द जेंटलमैन वर सेइंग कि जी देखिए, अगर पवन खेड़ा ने भी टिकट खरीद कर एक साधारण पैसेंजर की तरह जा रहे थे। पर इनको याद रहना चाहिए कि ये देश का कानून है। अगर कोई कानून तोड़कर प्लेन में चढ़ता है, उसके ऊपर कोई मुकदमा है और उसको अगर उतारा जाता तो उसको उतरना चाहिए, ना कि ये बताना चाहिए कि हम तो जी तानाशाह परिवार का हिस्सा है, हम गांधी परिवार का हिस्सा हैं। हमारे में एरोगेंस इतनी कि आपकी हिम्मत कैसे हुई दिल्ली पुलिस की हमसे बात करने की, आपकी हिम्मत कैसे हुई हमें रोकने की? आपको पता नहीं हम राहुल गांधी जी के साथ रहते हैं? आप जानते नहीं हम सोनिया गांधी जी का ये काम करते हैं? आपको पता नहीं हम कौन होते हैं? हम राजशाही लोग हैं। ये इनकी सोच है। और फिर ये कहना देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी के लिए, पहले उनके पिताजी के लिए जो कि स्वर्गवासी हैं, इस दुनिया में नहीं है, उनके प्रति अपशब्द बोलना, ऐसी भाषा का इस्तेमाल करना जो कोई भी इंसान किसी भी पार्टी में हो वो कतई नहीं ये सोच सकता कि कोई इतनी घटिया किस्म की राजनीति पे उतर आएगा, इतनी गंदी राजनीति पे उतर आएगा कि किसी के स्वर्गवासी पिता के प्रति अपशब्द बोलकर फिर हंसेगा। वो हंसी क्या थी? अहंकार का प्रतीक थी कि हाँ राजशाही के लोग, इतनी एरोगेंस। और फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में क्या कहते हैं जाके? हम जी अनकंडीशनल माफी मांगते हैं जी। जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा बोलने से पहले अपनी जुबान को देखा करो, तो बोले हम अनकंडीशनली माफी मांगते हैं। तो भैया ये अनकंडीशनली माफी कब मांगी? जब पुलिस ने मंगवाई, जो मुकदमा दर्ज करके लेने आ गए। ये माफी पहले याद नहीं थी तुमने पाप किया है? और अगर तुमने नहीं किया था तो फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में अनकंडीशनल माफी कैसे याद आई आपको? और मैं अपने स्पोक्स पर्सन को जरूर कहना चाहूंगा, मेरे भाई आपको नविका जी के शो पर धन्यवाद करना चाहिए। बीजेपी का राहुल गांधी और प्रियंका गांधी बड़े मजे से उस कश्मीर में देखिए बर्फ पे किस तरह टहल रहे हैं और छुट्टियां एंजॉय कर रहे हैं। जहां पे आतंकवादियों का राज होता था, आज वहां पे देश का राज है। और देश का एक मेंबर पार्लियामेंट जो एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी से हारा है, दूसरी से जीता है, वहां जाकर घूम रहा है, कोई उसको पूछने वाला नहीं है। अगर मर रहे हैं तो राहुल गांधी क्या कर रहे हैं? अरे भाई इसका मतलब है अगर मर रहे हैं, देखिए मैं आपकी बात बोला नहीं।
नहीं, मेरा एक सवाल, लोकेश जिंदल जी, आई वांट टू आस्क यू। एक तरफ यू आर आस्किंग अनकंडीशनल अपॉलॉजीज फॉर लिटरली डिस्टॉर्टिंग द नेम एंड देयरफॉर द पेरेंटहुड ऑफ द प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी. I mean, you can't get more obnoxious than this in politics. One side you are saying unconditional apology, and on the other side you are raising slogans, sitting on the runway saying Modi teri kabr khudegi. I mean, what standard of politics, what standard of discourse this is? One side the Supreme Court is telling you, and in 2018 Justice Madan Lokur has given a statement and given an order in the state that please control your language when you are speaking about constitutional positions and people holding those posts. And what is the language you use?
Absolutely, I agree.
What kind of politics can we expect from the Congress?
But who started this? Who said 50 crore ki girlfriend? Who said jersey cow?
You should apologize on the behalf of your Congress party.
Mr. Sirsa, please tell me.
You should apologize here on this national channel.
Mr. Sirsa, first will BJP
no, but then you should, if you agree, why don't you apologize here on the national channel and admit it?
What about jersey cow?
No, we will apologize for everything, but just tell me one thing.
No,
why Supreme Court? Supreme Court में जाके हाथ क्यों जोड़ते हो?
I take the ownership.
Supreme Court में जाके हाथ क्यों जोड़ते हो?
But will Prime Minister take back the word whatever he has stated?
Supreme Court में जाके क्यों रोते हो?
नहीं, आप एक बात
Supreme Court में जाके क्यों रो रहे थे फिर?
के बारे में उल्टा सीधा
Were you crying in Supreme Court?
माफी मांगोगे?
Unconditional माफी Supreme Court में क्यों याद आई आपको?
माफी
क्यों डर गए थे? पुलिस का डर लग रहा था?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have only one point to make tonight, and that point is simply this. For the sake of just a few brownie points in politics, is this country going to be made fun of the world over? Are we going to actually play politics within our own country to break our own country by playing into agendas of countries who may not be happy with India's growth? Why otherwise are we seeing such a spate of coincidences? From the BBC documentary to the Hindenburg report to what we are seeing in Amritsar today. The question is there a connection? And are we playing with the internal security of our country? It's a moot point, because that's what governments are meant for. to take care of the security of the people of the country and maintain the integrity of the nation. There is nothing else that we need politicians for. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on the News Hour tonight. Good night, be safe, and have a safe weekend.
I think I really can't comment on public transportation in general, but what I would definitely want to say is that we as a platform are trying to be as safe for women riders as possible. In fact, very recently, we hit the milestone of training more than 100,000 drivers on the platform for gender sensitization. In fact, as the number stands right now, we have trained more than 130,000 drivers on the platform, especially on gender sensitization. So, I mean, we from time to time obviously work on such initiatives which are industry first, which make sure that women experience a safe ride on the platform. I think we definitely want to encourage more and more women drivers on the platform. In fact, in the US, we recently launched a product called Woman Rider Preferred, wherein our women drivers will get the option to be paired only with women riders. And that's something which we believe is going to be very empowering for our women drivers to feel safe on the platform, especially if they're taking, let's say, nighttime trips, etc. So that's something which we are evaluating for our market and which we would definitely want to see if we can launch it here for India. And yeah, we are partnering with multiple organizations to get more and more women drivers on the platform, and something which we constantly endeavor towards. Yeah, gender sensitization is not just about drivers being sensitized towards women riders, but it's also about sensitizing drivers against sensitizing our drivers for all genders. So that is something which we will definitely work towards and get done. It's a very interesting idea and something which we have ourselves discussed and deliberated quite a lot. I think the challenge here would be to have a service which is very reliable, because the last thing that you would want is someone trying to book a pink cab but then not having vehicles available, right? So that's going to be a challenge that we are going to solve. Again, it's not an easy challenge because the number of women drivers is on the platform really low, and in general also commercial women drivers, the numbers are fairly low. So it's going to be challenging for us to do that at this point. But what we are doing is that we are partnering with organizations, NGOs, to increase the participation of women in the commercial driving space. And once we feel that we have critical mass, we can definitely think of launching something like that.
Thank you for watching this video. कोई सवाल अगर आपका इनमें से आपको पूछने का दिल था और हमने जवाब दे दिया, तो मी शो यू बॉक्स के अंदर आपको और क्या क्या मिलता है। सिम इजेक्टर टूल आपको यहाँ दिख रहा है, तो उसको निकालेंगे नहीं, ये देखेंगे कि यहाँ अंदर आपको क्या मिलता है। सम पेपर वर्क, यूजुअल अफेयर ऑफ ऑल द रिटेल बॉक्सेस, और साथ में आपको मिलता है ये कवर। दिस इज़ नॉट प्लास्टिक और ट्रांसपेरेंट ट्रांसलूसेंट प्लास्टिक, नॉर्मल सिंपल कवर, काफ़ी प्रीमियम सा है ये भी। इनफैक्ट मैं एक बार ना लगा कर भी देखना चाहती हूँ बिकॉज इट लुक्स वेरी नाइस।
Good evening and welcome. You're watching the Newshour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. What a terrible letdown this day has been. A day where separatists walked free and police cowered in a state where the government seemed completely helpless. Amritpal Singh's aide, Lovepreet Singh, aka Tufan, was set free by the Amritsar police. And the 6 policemen who had been beaten black and blue and left bloodied by this bunch of men yesterday were left pretty much to their own devices. Not a single FIR registered for attacking the policemen, not a single arrest made so far for the assault on cops. First listen in, before we do anything else, to these men. And remember, this is the Punjab police, a police that has fought insurgency, a police that has fought terrorism, and a police today that has pretty much been thrown to the dogs.
मतलब किरपाना कोई लिहाज नहीं कोई नहीं मतलब आंदे बात सतनाम वैगुरू का जाप करते उन्हें जाप करते होंगे पूरा गुड्डागर्दी की आ पूरी पुलिस ने कोई यहो जी मतलब इन्हों नहीं कहा इन्होंने बिल्कुल धक्केआम शरेआम रोड़े इट्टे किरपाना कोई चीज़ छड्डी नहीं है जड़ियाँ नहीं उन्हें चलाई।
ये हम ड्यूटी पे खड़े थे बैरिकेड फ्रंट पे हमारा बैरिकेड हमने बैरिकेडिंग की थी। उन्होंने किया उनके पास पालकी साहब का सहारा लिया। पहले पालकी साहब आगे निकाली फिर तलवारें निकाली तो फेरनी शुरू कर दी। हमारे जवान के लगाने लगे हम आगे हुए कि चलो उसका बचाव हो जाएगा। उसका बचाव करने के साथ 4-5 लोग जो लेके तलवारें तो हमारे ऊपर हमला कर दिया। ये है टोपी में मैं कहने का मतलब कि तलवार का साफ दिखाई दे रहा है।
आप देख सकते हैं कि ये जो कैप है इन्होंने लगाई हुई थी और इसमें जो घाव है जो कट का निशान है टोपी के ऊपर से भी देखा जा सकता है और कितना गहरा घाव होगा इसका आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं।
सुरक्षा के लिए डंडों से थोड़ी हम किरपानों का मुकाबला करेंगे।
And the emboldening of these separatist elements is very, very apparent. Amritpal and co. led a massive procession today to the Golden Temple after Lovepreet Singh was released. Arms were carried inside the sanctum in an apparent show of strength. But ask the Punjab administration about complete lawlessness that ruled the roost and they tell us all is well.
आप लोगों के पास यहाँ गलत सूचनाएं हैं। लॉ एंड ऑर्डर पंजाब में कंट्रोल में है, पंजाब पुलिस सक्षम है और पंजाब का जो सोशल बॉन्डिंग है उस पर गोलियां भी चली 10 साल, बम भी फूटे, लेकिन पंजाब का जो भाईचारा है आपस में वो लोग मिलके रहना पसंद करते हैं। अमन शांति वाला हमारा स्टेट है और बहुत बड़ी बड़ी इंडस्ट्रीज अब वहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करने लगी हैं क्योंकि पहले किसी खास फैमिली के साथ एमओयू होता था, अब पंजाब के 3 करोड़ लोगों के साथ जो है वो एमओयू हो रहा है।
सर पंजाब ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਸਰਦਾਰ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਮਾਨ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਮਨ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਦੀ ਸਥਿਤੀ ਤੇ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਾਬੂ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਣਗੇ ਔਰ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਮਨ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਭੰਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗੀ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਭਲੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰੀਏ। ਸੁਣੋ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਸੁਣ ਲਓ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਭਲੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰੀਏ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤਾਕਤਾਂ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਲਓ। ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ? ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ? ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਅਸੈਂਬਲੀ ਜੁੜੀ ਉਹ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ, ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗਾ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਤਾਓ ਨਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾਓ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਗਵਰਨਰ ਦੇ।
The police was attacked in a very cowardly manner with sharp-edged weapons. 6 police officials were injured. The police acted with utmost restraint due to the maryada of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji and preserved it. And police could have opened fire. It could have led to more issues. So we have acted with restraint on account of the presence of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Punjab police is committed to maintain peace and harmony in Punjab. Certain elements are trying to destabilize the peace in Punjab. We have maintained the harmony in Punjab. This conspiracy shall not be allowed to succeed. Regarding the incident which took place yesterday, the video footage is being analyzed. Police has led from the front.
The Chief Minister may be blissfully unaware of what's really happening in Punjab, but what should be worrying, at least for the rest of India, is the direction that Amritpal Singh has made clear for himself. This man, who by the way used to run a family-owned transport business and returned from Dubai just a few months ago, has suddenly undergone a complete makeover. From t-shirts and short hair, he now sports a traditional pagdi, almost fashioning himself, remaking himself in the image of Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale. It's no surprise then that today his supporters are trying to brand him as Bhindranwale 2.0.
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਹੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਵਾ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਹੋਇਆ ਦਾ ਵਾ ਬਾਕੀ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਵਾ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਜਥੇਦਾਰ ਭਾਈ ਅਮਰਤਪਾਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਆ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਉਹ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਮ ਦੇ ਜਰਨੈਲ ਆ ਤੇ ਜਰਨੈਲ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਣਾ ਪਵੇਗਾ ਇਹ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਤੱਕ ਗੁਲਾਮੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਜੰਜੀਰਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੁਕਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਸਾਡੇ ਇਹੋ ਹਾਲ ਹੋਣਾ ਤਸ਼ੱਦਦ ਵੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਤੇ ਜੇਲ੍ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਭਰਨੀਆਂ ਪੈਣੀਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਕਹਾਂਗਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਮ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਦਾਵਾ ਕਾਇਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਤੇ ਗੁਲਾਮੀ ਤੋਂ ਫੇਰ ਹੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਮੁਕਤ ਹੋਏ
So if Amritpal Singh is absolutely clear about what his intention is, if his supporters are absolutely clear that he wants to revive the ghost of Bhindranwale in Punjab, why is the Punjab government blind to the threat that this man poses? With a young Dubai returned secessionist trying to push India back, push Punjab back to the dark ages of 1982, is the Maan Sarkar making a critical error in downplaying a crisis that this man can precipitate?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Mr. S.S. Chani, former Home Secretary of Punjab, joins us. He's also a leader of the BJP. Preetpal Singh Baliawal, political analyst. Jaswant Singh Thekidar, founder of Dal Khalsa, will be joining us in just a bit. Dr. Akashdeep Muni and Anirban Banerjee, both political analysts. Dr. Akashdeep Muni, I want to first ask you, I want to again have everyone listen to what the Chief Minister of Punjab said today, who, by the way, was not in Amritsar. He wasn't even in Punjab. He was sitting in Mumbai. And here is what he said when asked about the law and order. First, listen to him again, then I want to ask you the question.
आप लोगों के पास यहाँ गलत सूचनाएं हैं। लॉ एंड ऑर्डर पंजाब में कंट्रोल में है, पंजाब पुलिस सक्षम है और पंजाब का जो सोशल बॉन्डिंग है उस पर गोलियां भी चली 10 साल, बम भी फूटे, लेकिन पंजाब का जो भाईचारा है आपस में वो लोग मिलके रहना पसंद करते हैं। अमन शांति वाला हमारा स्टेट है और बहुत बड़ी बड़ी इंडस्ट्रीज अब वहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करने लगी हैं क्योंकि पहले किसी खास।
मिस्टर मुनी, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर कंट्रोल में है पंजाब में? मुख्यमंत्री साहब महाराष्ट्र में बैठ के कह रहे हैं लॉ एंड ऑर्डर कंट्रोल में है पंजाब में।
पूरा कंट्रोल में।
पूरा
महाराष्ट्र में पार्टी नहीं कर रहे थे,
सब चंगा।
महाराष्ट्र में पार्टी नहीं कर रहे थे, वो गए थे इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए, पंजाब के लिए, पंजाब की बढ़ोतरी के लिए। बट मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ,
कुछ कंट्रोल में है तो ये पुलिस वाले के सर पे तलवार किसने मारी? ये पुलिस वाले के सर से खून जो बह रहा है, इसके सर पे तलवार किसने मारी अगर लॉ एंड ऑर्डर कंट्रोल में है?
उसके खिलाफ एसआईटी गठित हो चुकी है और एफआईआर लॉन्च हो चुकी है।
एसआईटी क्या इन्वेस्टिगेट करेगी? व्हाट इज द एसआईटी इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग? When the policeman himself is saying कि गुंडागर्दी की है अमृतपाल ने, then what is the SIT investigating?
इन्वेस्टिगेशन का एक प्रोसेसर होता है. There is always a process of investigation. The SIT will be investigating and it will be putting in front of the court, and the court will take its due course.
Law will right take now, its due even course. The statements haven't been recorded. The FIR hasn't been recorded. 6 policemen, the DGP is admitting, have been injured, and the CM is saying law and order control में है. जिस स्टेट में पुलिस वाले are hiding and the attackers are flaunting their weapons, उसका law and order कैसे control में है?
The attackers were behind Honorable Guru Granth Sahib, which is why the police restrained. Otherwise, police had number of
Why
options.
did you allow them to hide behind the Guru Granth Sahib ji? Why did you allow it? Why didn't you put them under house arrest?
They did.
And you let them?
FIR. Only the Bhagwan government has registered an FIR.
There is no FIR against these people
there has been an FIR against, let me complete. There has been an FIR against Amritpal Singh plus 30 other colleagues of his.
For kidnapping?
And it is, for kidnapping, for forgery, for attacking
policemen?
Attacking also.
Why haven't you filed an FIR for attacking policemen?
You know, it is very much propounded that Bhagwan Maan government is pro-Khalistani. I just want to tell you that these all Khalistani supervise.
I'm asking you a simple question. You yourself said, Akashdeep Muni, that there is an FIR against Amritpal Singh and 30 other people. Amritpal Singh was standing inside the police station today. When there is an FIR against him, which you are accepting, why didn't you arrest him? He came to your police station. You didn't even have to look for him.
After an FIR,
investigation takes place.
after an FIR, investigation takes place, and then that person is then taken into custody and produced in the court. Please give some time to the investigation. This is not a banana republic. This is a real court, and the court has freed his accomplice, not the police of Punjab.
You are misleading the people. You are misleading the people. The court has freed his accomplice because the Punjab police gave an affidavit before the court and said that there is no evidence against Lovepreet Singh. We do not want his custody. You asked the court to set him free, so don't hide behind the court, sir.
No, nobody is
Your
hiding.
police, the Aam Aadmi Party government asked for him to be set free.
Investigating officer has given their subjection, a statement, and then an SIT has been
Obviously, if the investigating officer has pretty much been left to fend for himself, what do you expect him to do? उसको पिटना थोड़ी ना है. 6 पुलिस वाले पिट के पड़े हुए हैं, investigating officer को भी पीटेंगे ये.
नहीं, SIT स्पेशल इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग
फिर SIT आप एक और कर देंगे कि आयोग कैसे पिट गया.
और जानते हैं ये खालिस्तानियों को किसने नर्चर किया? भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने नर्चर किया. और कौन निकाल रहा है पंजाब से? भगवंत सिंह मान गवर्नमेंट निकाल रहा है.
I want you to listen. Hold on a second. So first, so let me take this one by one. Mr. Channi, this is not a banana republic. An SIT has been constituted to find out who beat up these policemen. We don't know. Because there may be videos, but we don't know. Maybe they fell down. Maybe they fell on a sword. Maybe one rod came out of the sky and hit somebody in the head and sliced his arm open. We don't know. Bhagwant Mann doesn't know. So why are you rushing the police? SIT ho gayi hai, Mr. Channi.
Padma, the SIT he is talking about, I must say that is very, very shameful for the representative and for the government that they have literally abdicated their responsibility, and as we say that, when the Rome was burning and Newhour was like that. But still, the Chief Minister was busy with the investment summit and he didn't bother to take care of the law and order situation. And there is complete breakdown and complete surrender of the state authority to the people like Amritpal. And
this is what Bharatiya Janata Party people do.
I didn't disturb you. Listen to me. Complete surrender by the authorities, and the police, which Punjab police, is known for dealing with even the terrorists, and they could finish the terrorism. They have been weakened by the political masters, and there is
so let me ask you this, because you've been Home Secretary. If you were today the Home Secretary and a police station was under siege and the Guru Granth Sahib was involved, would you have done any different? Because the government is saying this was a very sensitive situation, Mr. Channi. What would you have done?
The thing is, it's the weakness of the political leadership, and there is almost no leadership. And again, they are being guided by a person like Kejriwal, who has no experience of law and order. Suppose I would have been there, I would not have let them to come to that pass. And, first of all, they should have rounded up the people in the villages. They should have made them to come to the main road.
They did that.
Listen. Hold on here. I won't disturb you. And then they put 6 barricades on the main road, and they were all each and one after the other, all the barricades were broken. And ultimately, with the under the garb of the Guru Granth Sahib, they let everything, and it is totally ridiculous. Totally, you feel like crying when you see the situation on the ground. And there's no authority which is left with the state government, and I think there is high time to step down.
Sheer rhetoric, no facts.
I'm telling you the fact.
Yes, it's sheer rhetoric, no facts. Sheer rhetoric, what we have done. What the police thought, correct? They did that. They barricaded and they restrained. And trust me, Padmaja, this restraint has stopped a big thing happening in Punjab on that particular day. And in the times to come, Bhagwan Singh Mann government will come against Amritpal Singh, and Amritpal Singh action will be taken against him.
Sir, don't make promises on behalf of Bhagwant Mann. Don't make promises on behalf of Bhagwant Mann. I suspect that it will be a long time spend waiting. Long time you will spend waiting before any of this promise is even close to fruition. Quick response, Mr. Channi. I want to bring in Anirban Banerjee. Quick response, Mr. Channi.
Even today he says that the law and order situation is the best in the state and it's under control. And on the other hand, each and every national channel, even overseas channels, even regional channels, they are showing what else do you want to know? What else do you want to prove? Everything is in front of you. And still you are saying that nothing is happening.
For anyone who has any doubt about the law and order, Anirban Banerjee, I want them to listen again to this home guard and this constable of the Punjab police. Frankly, anyone who knows the record of the Punjab police today would feel terrible. You should feel ashamed that men who didn't even flinch in front of terrorists today are reduced to this. That a man is saying कि मेरी टोपी में से उसने तलवार मारी और मेरा सर फाड़ दिया and nothing has been done. It is shameful. Listen to these men again, because if not to his electorate, Bhagwant Mann should be answering these cops. Listen.
मतलब किरपाना कोई लिहाज नहीं, कोई नहीं, मतलब आंदे बात सतनाम वैगुरू का जाप करते उन्हें जाप करते होंगे पूरा गुंडागर्दी की आ पूरी पुलिस ने कोई यहो जी मतलब इन्ना नहीं कहा, इन्होंने बिल्कुल धक्के आम चढ़ेआम रोड़े इट्टे किरपाना कोई चीज़ छड्डी नहीं है जड़ियाँ नहीं इन्हें चलाई।
ये हम ड्यूटी पे खड़े थे, बैरिकेड फ्रंट पे हमारा बैरिकेड, हमने बैरिकेडिंग की थी। उन्होंने किया, उनके पास पालकी साहब का सहारा लिया। पहले पालकी साहब आगे निकाली, फिर तलवारें निकाली, तो फेरनी शुरू कर दी। हमारे जवान के लगाने लगे, हम आगे हुए कि चलो उसका बचाव हो जाएगा। उसका बचाव करने के साथ 4-5 लोग जो लेके तलवारें तो हमारे ऊपर हमला कर दिया। ये है टोपी में कहने का मतलब कि तलवार का साफ दिखाई दे रहा है।
आप देख सकते हैं कि ये जो कैप है इन्होंने लगाई हुई थी और इसमें जो घाव है, जो कट का निशान है टोपी के ऊपर से भी देखा जा सकता है। और कितना गहरा घाव होगा इसका आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं।
सुरक्षा के लिए डंडों से थोड़ी हम किरपानों का मुकाबला करेंगे।
हम डंडों से थोड़ी ना किरपानों का मुकाबला करेंगे। Imagine it's a policeman who's saying this, but Pritpal Singh Baliawal, the charge is that this sort of, incubation of soft separatism has taken place under the Akali government, which the BJP was supporting, and then the Congress also stayed quiet on it, and today everyone is piling onto the Aam Aadmi Party. Pritpal Singh Baliawal.
देखिए पद्मजा, जो हुआ बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है और पंजाब की इमेज बहुत डाउन हो गई है। इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए कह रहे हैं कि भगवंत मान बॉम्बे गए हैं और वहां पे बॉम्बे के जो इन्वेस्टर्स होंगे वो सुबह से टीवी देख रहे होंगे, कल से टीवी देख रहे होंगे कि ऐसा माहौल सिरजा गया है पंजाब में, कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट करने आएगा? इन्वेस्टमेंट तो छोड़ के पंजाब जा रही है। और आज जो हमारी सरकार है, पंजाब की सरकार है, आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार है, उसने घुटने टेके अमृतपाल के आगे। पहले उसने एफआईआर कैंसिल करवाई, फिर एफआईआर दर्ज नहीं होने दी। एफआईआर कैंसलेशन रिपोर्ट सबमिट हो चुकी है, उसके बाद तूफान सिंह को छोड़ा गया है। और जो ये नई एफआईआर दर्ज करने की बात कह रहे हैं, डीजीपी आए थे, उन्होंने कहा कि अभी तक कोई एफआईआर रजिस्टर्ड नहीं हुई गई। और अगर कोई धरना भी आदमी देता है ना आज की डेट में, तो 107-151 की एक नॉर्मल एफआईआर दर्ज हो जाती है। यहाँ पे शरेआम पुलिस मुलाजिम कह रहे हैं कि हमारे पे अटैक हुआ है और हमारा एक एसपी घायल है, युवराज सिंह, जो हॉकी टीम इंडिया के लिए खेल चुका है, उसके सिर के ऊपर 11 स्टिचेस लगे हुए हैं और ये कह रहे हैं हुआ कोई नहीं। और एक मंत्री की आप वीडियो दिखा रहे थे अभी, कुलदीप धालीवाल का, वो कह रहा है जी लाठी डंडों के साथ तो कुछ हुआ ही नहीं, कर पाने तो चली नहीं, वहां पे रकम डक्की हुआ है, उसके कारण पुलिस वालों को चोटें लगी है। ये मिनिस्टर की स्टेटमेंट है आज की और रिकॉर्ड स्टेटमेंट है। और ये इन लोगों को दिखाओ जो पंजाब में पहले आग लगी है ना, वो लोग दोबारा 1980-1990 का दौर पंजाब में दोबारा दिलाना जा रहे हैं। और ये जो इनकैपेबल लोग बैठे हैं, इनकैपेबल, जिन्हें पता ही कुछ नहीं है सरकार कैसे चलानी है, जोकरों के हाथ में हमने अपनी सरकार पकड़ा दी। बदलाव लाते लाते ऐसा बदलाव आ गया जहां पे पुलिस थाने के ऊपर कब्जा हो गया और अमृतपाल सिंह डिक्टेट कर रहा है एसएसपी को, ऐसा कर वरना ऐसा करूंगा।
And this is not just about what he is dictating about 2023. Anirban Banerjee, he is also making it very clear that he wants to take us back to 1982. Listen to how Amritpal Singh today is trying to intellectualize the entire idea of Khalistan and saying that this is geopolitically a very wise move. Listen to this man, and then in that context remember that the CM is saying nothing to worry about. Listen.
ਭਾਵਨਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਪਰੈਸ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸੁਣੋ, ਉਹਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਆਰਗੂਮੈਂਟ ਰੱਖੋ। ਇਹ ਆਰਗੂਮੈਂਟ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਹੈ, ਆਪਾਂ ਡਾਇਲੌਗ ਦੇ ਯੁੱਗ 'ਚ ਜੀ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਓਪਨ ਇਨਵੀਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਨੂੰ, ਦੁਨੀਆ ਭਰ ਦੇ ਸਕਾਲਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਓਪਨ ਇਨਵੀਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਸਕਦਾ, ਮੋਸਟ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਹੈ। ਕੋਈ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਊਗੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਮੇਕ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਫਟੀ। ਆਉਣ, ਆ ਕੇ ਡਾਇਲੌਗ ਕਰਨ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਪੱਧਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੈਲਫ ਡਿਟਰਮੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਦਾ ਬਰਥ ਰਾਈਟ ਹੈ।
There's nothing dangerous about Khalistan, Amritpal Singh is telling us. A man who was running a transport business, was on Instagram, is today some self-styled preacher and is trying to intellectualize secessionism. Anirban Banerjee.
Yes, the entire episode is a bit too fishy to ignore. Here's a person who suddenly comes back to his country from Dubai and takes over an organization that was set up by Deep Sidhu, who was deeply connected with the BJP and had made several attempts to misdirect the farmers' movement. We have seen, and the shadow of the conspiracy part to destabilize the AAP government or maybe to put them in some dire situation is rather very clear here. Here what we are seeing is that some people, they are rather misusing the holy book of Guru Granth Sahib to shield their own misdeeds. And that the police did not use too much force or violence is rather a laudable step from the part of the Punjab government. Had they done anything that could have hurt the sentiments of thousands and lakhs of Sikhs, brothers and sisters around the world, the situation would have actually worsened.
Okay, so interesting. So apparently, Mr. Channi, this Amritpal Singh is a BJP plant. First Deep Sidhu, his links with BJP, now Amritpal comes on the scene, suddenly he becomes this mega preacher, he's talking about, you know, reverse migration, getting youth back from Canada and Britain into India. What's going on? Whose stooge is he really?
Padrida, I don't know whose stooge he is definitely, but the BJP has nothing to do with him. And he is being, you know, he declared himself, again it is disputed thing, whether he's really the Wars Punjab Day, the head and all, because Deep Sidhu family is again disputing it. But that's not in question. In question is the law and order for which the state is responsible, and the people of the state, when they promised Badlav, they elected 92 of the MLAs out of 117. And from the day one, starting with the Sidhu Moosewala murder case, RPG attack, communal violence, and whatnot, and extortion, threats. One person was killed where 16 gunmen of the state government were present. ACP, SHO were there. People are being targeted. And one of our BJP workers in Kodar, he was given a threat. And he approached the police. They raised the demand from 30 lakhs to 30 lakhs. And he was killed along with this gunman.
Anirban Banerjee, it would be foolish to overlook the kind of threat that this man poses and the law and order issue that's already happened. It hasn't just happened with Amritpal Singh. Earlier on the anniversary of Operation Blue Star, pro-Khalistan rally was carried out on the streets of Punjab. Even then nothing happened. Khalistan slogans are raised in the presence of the police during rallies. First watch this earlier rally that took place. Anirban Banerjee, it's not just happening today, it's happened earlier and nothing was done at that time. Amritpal Singh is the result.
Right. Regarding the slogans, we all know that there have been multiple court cases where the court had actually directed the administration to restrain themselves from acting only on the basis of slogans. If there's no violence or anything as such, just because somebody is raising some slogans, the administration should not act against them. There have been multiple court cases, and that is the direction by the court. That is number one. And number two, regarding the revival of pro-Khalistan sentiments, we cannot overlook the incidents during the Akali Dal and BJP government. In 2015, we have seen the sacrilege incident. There have been multiple incidents of insult to the Sikh religion, to the holy book of the Sikhs, and what happened after that, maybe we're witnessing the consequences.
No, without a doubt. So if there have been soft separatism which has been encouraged when the Akali Dal was in power, there is no reason that this should be allowed to go on even now. The point is that in Punjab, all parties have this mild flirtation with secessionist elements, but the centre cannot just simply stand by and allow this to happen when a young man today claims that he somehow is going to fashion himself in the image of Bhindranwale. We have a very, very dark episode that the country took a very long time to recover from. Don't let it happen again. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, for joining me. A day after Congress members raised slogans of Modi Teri Kabar Khudegi at the Delhi airport, soon after Congress leader Pawan Kheda was deplaned, today the Prime Minister hit out at the Grand Old Party in an unsparing attack at an election rally in Meghalaya. The Prime Minister said that those who wish death upon him have been repeatedly rejected, and it is their dejection that is leading them to make these desperate cries of death to Modi.
कुछ लोग जिनको देश ने नकार दिया है, जिन्हें देश अब स्वीकार करने के लिए तैयार नहीं है, जो निराशा की गर्त में डूब चुके हैं, वो आजकल माला जपते हैं माला, और वो कह रहे हैं मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी। ये निराशा के गर्त में डूबे लोग ये कह रहे हैं, माला जपते जपते कह रहे हैं मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी। लेकिन देश कह रहा है, हिंदुस्तान की आवाज कह रही है, हिंदुस्तान का हर कोना कह रहा है, मोदी तेरा कमल खिलेगा।
The singing counter after a weak attempt to denounce the offensive slogans, Congress swiftly attempted to shift the blame to the Prime Minister, said that it's he who has started the vicious cycle of name calling.
प्रधानमंत्री को डर किस बात का, और लोकतंत्र आदमी बोलने का अधिकार रखते हैं। पवन खेड़ा ने भी तो बोला, प्रधानमंत्री ने बोला, प्रधानमंत्री ने लोकसभा में बोला, हमारे नेता राहुल गांधी जी को प्रधानमंत्री ने बोला कि आपका सरनेम नेहरू होना चाहिए। क्यों होना चाहिए? ये तो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने शुरुआत करी है। कहीं ना कहीं प्रधानमंत्री जो राजनीति में शब्दों का चयन कैश करना आता है, और चुनाव में इस बात को रख रहे हैं, ना तो मेरे कहने से कब्र खुदनी, ना मोदी के कहने से कब्र खुदनी। हाँ, जिन लोगों ने ऐसे नारे लगाए, प्रधानमंत्री हैं, हम इस बात को, ये नारे नहीं होने चाहिए।
Well, there's no doubt, and it's such a shameful thing that that there's a new law in the Congress where the top leadership take the airport for a ransom and then squat down at the airstrip and then start chanting Modi Teri Kabur Khudegi, Inshallah, Inshallah, which is very sad. I mean, as much they abuse Modi ji, more the country bless Modi ji.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, joins us. Abid Mir Magami, a member of the Youth Congress. My first question is to Mr. Hassan Maulana, who is an MLA of the Congress. So just out of curiosity, why would you say that? Because every single time there has been any attack on the Prime Minister by the Congress, it has backfired on you. What possibly do you gain by saying Modi Teri Kabar Khudegi?
No, these are all what BJP spreads and all. We don't understand. We asked our party sources also. They told there is no word uttered like that and all, because we don't use such a low category of politics anywhere, because Congress always have its high standards of speaking also. We don't use this.
Are you saying that this video is not correct?
No, from somewhere this voice is arising. Whatever you're telling, no, from somewhere this voice was arising. But we are not.
Okay, let me play this for you again, Mr. Maulana. Just listen to it again. Let's play out those slogans, because let me tell you that one of the people who is in that video raising that slogan, Jagdish Sharma, is not even disowning it. He is accepting that he did say it and saying कि ये तो होता रहता है. Let's listen to it again and see if this is indeed morphed. Let's listen. Do you still think that this is a morphed video?
This is the video what was sent to me also. I don't think these way of languages we use in Congress party, which surely may not be us, one among us. We are damn sure about it.
You're damn sure. All right, so the Congress MLA Sanju Verma is saying he's damn sure it is not one of them. It's not the Congress party.
Congress always has an, a right.
Please, Padmaja.
Indian politics.
I did not heckle. May I?
No, he's there at the plenary. He's saying that it's not one of them. Sanju Verma.
One among us. Must be.
Okay, we heard you. Thank you so much. Padmaja, I will just say this, that the Congress has turned into a party of malcontents, and each time there is an abusive, reckless, wild allegation bordering on an ad hominem attack on the Prime Minister, the Congress top brass says, we disassociate ourselves from that comment. That is not our official standpoint. I will just bring to your notice something which was much discussed as recently as 2 months back. Do you remember on the 12th of December 2022, a senior Madhya Pradesh Congress leader Rajesh Pateria said, Modi ko khatam karna hoga, Modi ko marna hoga, yadi Modi तीसरी बार 2024 में जीत कर आ गया तो समझो लोकतंत्र खत्म हो जाएगा. And when an FIR was registered against him, he was booked. He said, मैं मोदी को मारने की बात नहीं कर रहा था, नरेंद्र मोदी की सोच को मारने की बात कर रहा था. And need I remind you about that famous बोटी बोटी काट डालूंगा comment by Imran Masood. It is a different matter. He joined the Samajwadi Party recently, but you guys promoted him after that boti comment to the head of Uttar Pradesh Youth Congress. So stop rationalizing the reckless comments made. Every senior Congress leader has made reckless allegations, and then the party high command says that is an individual opinion.
Mr. Maulana, and just by the way, this month itself you had Mr. Ashwath Narayan in Karnataka saying that just like Tipu Sultan, people should end Siddaramaiah. Eventually he was made to apologize, and rightly so. Why shouldn't an apology be tendered similarly for these slogans as well, where you're outright saying Modi teri kabar khudegi? There he said that Siddaramaiah should be finished off like Tipu Sultan. Doesn't this also deserve an apology, Mr. Maulana?
No, see, first of all, if it was a congressman who shouted like this, then we have to tell sorry, because we don't vote so here. One thing is that, because we don't speak like, the other day when Modi ji spoke about Rahul Gandhi, the surname should not be Gandhi, the surname should be Mr. Nehru. All these things, this was actually.
But Mr. Maulana, what is the confusion over here? The video, you can see very clearly. Mr. K.C. Venugopal is present, Mr. Pawan Khera is present, Mr. Surjewala is present, and the slogans are being raised in their presence.
This video, which has not even reached our ears, and Modi ji is replying on this video. So is he so much watching what the Congress is doing all the time or something like that?
What kind of a lame argument is this?
What is this?
May I please?
What we don't understand.
Sir, what is to be doubted in this video? Because you've got the presence of your senior leaders. These are videos that have been put out by your own party.
It is like that. No. See, it is something like Modi ji has sent somebody to Congress camp to shout. And Modi ji is replying on it. See, there are thousands of things happening. Why is Modi ji replying on all these things? How is he so much assured that this was happening there? which we have not even heard from anybody. How is he talking about this?
Okay, these are inconsequential. This is inconsequential. It is not the Congress's stand. Sanju Verma. It's basically trying to play the victim card.
I did not heckle him. Thank you, sir. Please hold your horses. I did not heckle you even a bit. Thank you. We all know that the Congress has an alliance with the DMK. Call it a soft alliance or what you will. And I remember barely 6 weeks back or 4 weeks back, what did DMK MLA in the presence of MK Stalin threaten the governor RN Ravi with? He said, if you don't comply with our wishes, we will send you to Kashmir and we will ensure that terrorists hack you to death. This is told by a DMK MLA in front of the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, threatening outright the governor who's supposed to be the first citizen of the state, and Rahul Gandhi, whose party is in alliance with DMK on various polls, and tweets on everything under the sun. He did not have the time, or did he not have the guts because of compulsions of electoral politics to condemn Shivaji Krishnamurthy is the name of the DMK MLA. Shivaji Krishnamurthy is the name of the DMK MLA.
Everybody knows Kashmir was a sponsored terrorism. And everybody knows who is behind the sponsored terrorism. And now you are telling we will send somebody to Kashmir and all these things. Kashmir is a total story run by BJP, and now even after 370, it is controlled by BJP. Let us understand this. Either it is RSS or the BJP who have done everything in Kashmir. Congress has got nothing to do. It is a secular party. It needs the democratic fabric of this country to be restored, and Congress will stand with it always. Let us understand that.
Okay, sir, you talk about democracy, but democracy has to be even-handed, where you seek respect and you also give respect. Abid Mir Magami, is it okay for anyone to seek for the grave of the Prime Minister of the country, or any other human being for that matter?
As far as Congress party is concerned, we are always trying to maintain the ethical values that are accepted by the people. Apart from that, all political parties should maintain the integrity of the nation. Regarding this slogan, is this an issue?
Yes, it's an
really
issue.
Want to speak,
would you like it if somebody said कि आपकी कब्र खोदेगी? Well, it is an issue for the person जिसकी कब्र खोदी जा रही है.
Allow me to complete first. If you really want to debate, let's debate on unemployment issue. Let's debate on inflation, corruption.
But sir, you are raising slogans wishing death on someone. You are not raising slogans about unemployment.
Padmaja, may I come in, please?
May I come in? These funny tricks won't help BJP anymore. It's Kabristan, Shamshan Ghat, Hindu, Muslim, Mandir, Masjid won't help BJP anymore.
But who is making it Hindu, Muslim, Kabristan? Kabr to aap khod rahe hain, Magami sahab.
On the basis, people judge you on the basis of report cards, on the basis of performance, not on the basis of these slogans.
Okay, Sanju Verma, final word.
Thank you. Padmaja, do you recall prior to the, Uttar Pradesh Assembly polls, what did Akhilesh Yadav say? He said, हाँ प्रधानमंत्री जो इतनी बार काशी आते हैं, अंतिम समय में लोग काशी ही ज्यादा आते हैं और उन्हें ज्यादा से ज्यादा वक्त काशी में बिताना चाहिए. Basically, Akhilesh Yadav, with whom also the Congress has had various electoral alliances, was wishing death upon the Prime Minister. Again, Congress के मुंह में दही जम गया. There was not an iota of condemnation, remorse or regret from Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra, who are otherwise very active on Twitter and want to lecture the BJP on everything under the sun. So stop rationalizing defamatory comments against the Prime Minister. You should be ashamed. You belong to the Sarpan Se Juda gang, don't you?
Okay.
Gustakhe Rasool ki ek hi saza, Sarpan Se Juda. That is the clan that you belong to. You rationalize violence.
Mr. Magami.
इस चेयर की गरिमा हमसे ज्यादा कोई नहीं समझ सकता है. आप हमें गरिमा सिखाओगे.
आप पहले बताइए सरतन से जुदा कि आप निंदा करेंगे या नहीं. गुस्ताखे रसूल की एक ही सजा, सर तन से जुदा was a slogan given by the खादिम of अजमेर दरगाह। आप इसका आज नेशनल टेलीविजन पर पहले खंडन करिए, बाद में बीजेपी को भाषण दीजिए। आपका भाषण
मुल्लाओं को काटेंगे, आप इसको कंडम करोगे।
Okay, language please, language. And just by the way, both the people who are raising such slogans deserve to be only in one place. The slogan that you mentioned, Mr. Magami, and what Sanju Verma has mentioned, both deserve to be in jail, because at least in India we still have a rule of law. And also hoping for a little civility. It certainly doesn't behove anyone to wish death on a political opponent. Let's hope at least that level of civility we retain. Thanks very much, both gentlemen, Sanju Verma, for joining me. Thanks for watching.
The News Hour at 10 will be right back after the break.
लिख के बताइए कोई सवाल जो आपका है और आपको लगता है हम जवाब दे सकते हैं, तो उस सवाल को भी कमेंट बॉक्स में लिखिए। बाकी ऐसे और वीडियोस देखने के लिए सब्सक्राइब टू गैजेट टाइम्स।
जिस उम्र में उन्हें स्टिक पकड़ना चाहिए, उसी उम्र में हमारी दादी माँ किताबें पढ़ती है।
आजीबाईच्या शाळेमध्ये आल्यापासून माझं आयुष्य बदलूनच गेलं आणि मला खूप आनंद वाटायला लागला। मलाच नाही तर सगळ्या आज्यांना आनंद वाटायला लागला।
मेरा नाम योगेंद्र शांताराम बांगर है और मैं प्राइमरी टीचर का काम करता हूँ। यह जो आजीबाई शाला जो है, यह स्कूल दुनिया का पहला स्कूल है और सभी स्कूल से अलग है। आप देखते हैं कि बच्चों के लिए स्कूल होता है, युवाओं के लिए स्कूल होता है, महिलाओं के लिए भी स्कूल है, लेकिन जो दादी माँ है, बुजुर्ग है, उनके लिए ऐसा कोई स्कूल नहीं है। इसीलिए उनको शिक्षा देने के लिए वो दादी को हमने चुना। यह पूरा जो गांव है हमारा फांगणे गांव, एक परिवार के जैसे यह उपक्रम मनाते हैं। उस समय छत्रपति शिवाजी
इलेक्ट्रिक बाइक होने के साथ साथ इसमें वो आइस वाला।
Delhi Chief Minister versus LG Rao escalates. Kejriwal government now instructs officers to stop taking direct orders from LG. In a big loss to investors, the market value of LIC's shareholding in Adani Group's 5 big companies dips below its purchase value for the first time. Mumbai police register case against Uddhav Sena MP Sanjay Raut for allegedly defaming Maharashtra Chief Minister's son, Shrikant Shinde. Ahead of Karnataka polls, Congress announces its third promise of 10 kg free rice to each individual BPL cardholder. Days after announcing retirement from electoral politics, former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa delivers his farewell speech at the Vidhana Sauda.
महाराज जी के चरित्र का पठन हो रहा था, तो यह सुनने के भी हमारे गांव के 30 दादी माँ जो है, जो उनके ज़माने में कभी स्कूल में गई नहीं थी, उन्हें पढ़ाई लिखना उन्हें आता नहीं था, वह भी बैठी थी। वह मेरे पास आई और मुझे बोलने लगी कि सर देखो, सभी अच्छी तरह से पढ़ाई यह करती है, अगर हमें भी लिखना पढ़ना आता तो हम भी यह आनंद में हिस्सा ले सकते हैं। उन्होंने बताया हुआ जो कुछ दुख है, इसका रूपांतर जो है वह सुख में करने के लिए मैंने सोचा कि 8 मार्च 2016 वर्ल्ड वुमेन डे है। लोग एक दिन महिला का सम्मान करते हैं, इसीलिए ये दादी माँ स्कूल की शुरुआत उसी दिन हुई। हमारे स्कूल में जो दादी माँ है, उनका एज ग्रुप 60 से 94 ईयर है। 2 बजे स्कूल स्टार्ट होता है, तो वह 2 बजे से पहले ही सभी दादी माँ इधर अपनी जो तैयारी है, अपना जो कुछ होमवर्क है, वह सब करके यहाँ आती है। ये स्कूल के अलावा ये दादी माँ के बहुत ही ऐसे उपक्रम हम यहाँ करते हैं। ये सभी दादी माँ को काशी यात्रा भी हम करके लाए हैं। यहाँ उन्हें पढ़ाई लिखना इतना ही नहीं, तो उनके जीवन में आनंद कैसा आए, इसीलिए उनको किधर घुमाना है या और कुछ करना है। इतना ही नहीं तो उनका मेडिकल कैंप भी हम हमेशा रखते हैं। कोई दादी माँ बीमार पड़े तो उसको भी हम अच्छी तरह से मदद करते हैं। तो बहुत ही उनके जिंदगी में जो ज्ञान उपयुक्त है वह सब उन्हें यहाँ बताया जाता है। अच्छे तरह से जीवन कैसा बिताना चाहिए, अपना जीवन आरोग्यपूर्ण कैसा होना चाहिए, कोई बीमारी से किस तरह से झगड़ना चाहिए, इतना ही नहीं बीमारी कौन सी भी न होए, इसी तरह का जो कुछ ज्ञान है वो भी इधर ये सभी दादी माँ को दिया जाता है। खेल कूद में भी ये दादी माँ बहुत ही अग्रेसर रहती है। पेंटिंग करना, हैंडक्राफ्ट का कुछ काम करना, यह भी काम ये सब दादी माँ करती है। हमारे दादी माँ स्कूल को अभी तक बहुत ही अवार्ड प्राप्त हुए हैं। इतना ही नहीं, रिम्का बुक रिकॉर्ड भी ये दादी माँ स्कूल का हुआ है। ये स्कूल चालू करने का यही हेतु था कि बुजुर्गों को सम्मान मिलना चाहिए। अगर ये सभी दादी माँ को अच्छी तरह से लिखना पढ़ना या उनको साइन भी,
तो ये जो इसने हल्का सा छोटा सा अटेम्प्ट।
Prime Minister Modi hails the infrastructure push, says railway connectivity will increase ease of living and business in Kohima. Prime Minister Modi hails India's digital payments ecosystem, calls it a highly secure and efficient public digital infrastructure. While addressing Stanford, the India Dialogue session, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia says India has saved over 3.4 million lives during COVID through vaccination. Armoured regiments of the Indian Army showcase their operational abilities along the Indo-Pak border. Gujarat Assembly passes bill allowing 10-year jail term for those involved in exam paper leaks.
करने आने लगी तो भी उनके लिए उनका पूरा जीवन ही सम्मानजनक और सफल हो जाएगा।
लहान होते तेव्हा शाळेत गेले नाही।
आमची परिस्थिती कठीण होती आई बाबाची, मग ते शाळेत पण नाही टाकली।
आजीबाईच्या शाळेमध्ये आल्यापासून माझं आयुष्य बदलूनच गेलं।
ही शाळा चालू झाल्यापासून आम्हाला सही बी येते।
आम्ही कोणत्या गावाला गेलो का आता कोणाला विचारायची गरज नाही, आम्हाला आता पाटी लिहिता वाचता येते।
आजीबाईच्या शाळेत आल्यापासून मला आनंद वाटला ना, जीवन बदलला।
ये स्कूल के द्वारा मैं यही मैसेज देना चाहता हूँ कि आपके घर में जो कुछ दादी माँ है उनका हम बहुत अच्छी तरह से सम्मान करना चाहिए। अभी हमारे देश में जो एल्डर लोगों के लिए जो हाउस अभी बन रहे हैं तो वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए। यह बुजुर्ग स्वयंपूर्ण स्वावलंबी हो गए और खुद पे वो निर्भर हो गए, वो आनंदी रह गए, तो पूरा घर परिवार जो है वह भी आनंदी और चैतन्यमय हो सकता है। और इसीलिए ये दादी माँ को पढ़ाना बहुत ही जरूरी है।
Meta laid off 11,000 plus employees, Amazon 10,000, Twitter 3,700 plus, Snapchat 6,000। गाइस लिस्ट और भी लंबी है और अगर एक हेडलाइन जो हर न्यूज़पेपर, हर न्यूज़ चैनल चला रहा है आजकल, दैट्स अबाउट layoffs affecting the big tech industry. Big tech companies are in big trouble. एक टाइम था जब ये इंडस्ट्री फ्यूचर प्रूफ थी एंड जॉब सिक्योरिटी के लिए काफी जानी जाती थी, बट रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग एंड सस्टेनेबिलिटी के नाम पे भर भर के जॉब कट्स हो रहे हैं। सो क्या टेक का ड्रीम रन ओवर हो चुका है? What lies ahead? Let's find out in this video and I'm Sumita Kharir. बिग टेक का बिग रीसेट मोमेंट आ चुका है गाइस। लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द बेसिक्स फर्स्ट। एक्सटेंट ऑफ लेऑफ्स की बात करें तो 2022 में मोर देन 1,37,492 वर्कर्स हैव बीन लेड ऑफ अक्रॉस 850 प्लस टेक कंपनीज। बट हाउ डिड बिग टेक गेट हियर? वेल, नंबर 1, मिसप्लेस्ड पेंडेमिक बूम। Online businesses में boom हुआ after the COVID-19 pandemic, where everybody was stuck at home. सब घर पे बैठ के ऑर्डर कर रहे थे, नेटफ्लिक्स पे कंटेंट देख रहे थे और सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड कर रहे थे। तो नेचुरली बिजनेसेस ने वहां स्पेंड करना शुरू कर दिया जहां ग्रोथ दिखी। लाइक मेटा ओवरस्पेंट ऑन मेटावर्स, AR VR टेक्नोलॉजीज टू द ट्यून ऑफ, कुछ रिपोर्ट्स बोल रही हैं, अराउंड $36 बिलियन। एंड बाय द वे मेटावर्स कोई 1-1.5 साल में तो सेटअप नहीं होने वाला है। सो ओवर ऑप्टिमिज्म दैट दिस डिजिटल बूम विल फॉरएवर स्टे, इसकी वजह से इन्वेस्टर्स भी पैसा डालते गए, हायरिंग्स और स्पेंड्स बढ़ते गए। पर जैसे ही कोविड रिस्ट्रिक्शंस लिफ्ट हुए तब आया स्टोरी में ट्विस्ट। नाउ ये डिमांड जो है डिजिटल इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए, डिजिटल गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज के लिए, ये सस्टेन नहीं रही। बिकॉज ऑफिस जाना है तो कितना फेसबुक यूज करोगे, कितना नेटफ्लिक्स देखोगे, एंगेजमेंट इन सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे गिर गई एंड ग्रोथ सस्टेन नहीं हुई। जूम फॉर इंस्टेंस, द वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग कंपनी, उसके शेयर्स अभी 90% डाउन है। नंबर 2, दूसरा रीजन है ग्लोबल इन्फ्लेशन एंड मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक ट्रेंड्स। नाउ जब ग्रोथ गिर गई तो उसके बाद आया इन्वेस्टर्स का प्रेशर टू फिक्स वैल्यूएशंस। ऊपर से रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर ने इन्फ्लेशन, इंटरेस्ट रेट सबको बढ़ा दिया, व्हिच इज पुट प्रेशर ऑन द ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी। डिपिंग रेवेन्यू, इसके बाद क्या हुआ, एडवर्टाइजर्स ने भी लेस स्पेंडिंग करना शुरू कर दिया और ओवरऑल रेवेन्यूज जो थे इन डिजिटल कंपनीज के वो गिरने शुरू हो गए। फेसबुक का रेवेन्यू वाज डाउन 52% इन Q3 ऑफ दिस ईयर। गूगल टू रिपोर्टेड द स्लोएस्ट ग्रोथ इन 10 years. So now these companies are tightening their belt and, in their words, becoming more streamlined and hence slashing jobs. In fact, many companies like Meta, amongst others, are now reducing real estate and enabling desk sharing. Snapchat is letting go of its offices in San Francisco. So tightening their belt to save costs and hence firing more people. और जो US में होता है उसका असर पूरे वर्ल्ड में तो आता ही है, and that's why firings have also been seen in India. जॉब कट्स यहाँ पे भी हो रहे हैं। बट बेसिक प्रॉब्लम जो है ओवरऑल इसकी ये है कि टेक एज एन इंडस्ट्री हैज मैच्योर्ड। ये स्टार्टिंग के एक्सट्रीम फंडिंग और ग्रोथ के फेज में नहीं है, अब इशू है इनोवेशन का। सो ये रिकॉन्फ़िगरेशन का टाइम है, रीसेट का टाइम है, तो प्रेशर ऑब्वियसली रहेगा सस्टेन्ड प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी के ऊपर।